Alright guys, BLM here, back with another live stream here. Yeah, I'll fully admit, I did not know if I wanted to do Gravity Rush 2 tonight or not. It did take a long time debating it, but I guess we are. I guess we're doing Gravity Rush 2, like any other thing here. Just gonna test out the stream real quick. And I think we are good. So, let's continue on. Yeah, so we're starting Gravity Rush 2. Again, I definitely did think about not doing Gravity Rush 2 because I'm not really in a big Gravity Rush mood. But, screw it, I guess? I don't know, like, it feels weird to me to not continue on Gravity Rush 2, even though I don't know how much I'm really into the idea of it, but whatever. Let's do it. Let's just start the game. Who cares? New game, whatever. Alright. There we go. I guess there isn't a dub. I really thought there was a dub in Gravity Rush at some point. I guess not. Either way. So yeah, I mean, there's actually a lot to talk about, I guess. I mean, it's been, what, like a good 5 days or so since I last streamed? 4 days, something like that? Since last Wednesday, which, again, quite a bit. So... yeah. But yeah, so Gravity Rush 2, we'll play it until we're done, I guess. I don't know, like, if I'm being honest, like, I could definitely see there being a point where I just, like, kind of give up on it, but as of right now, the plan is still to play it, to its entirety. So at this point, I'm kind of out on the idea of doing a Gravity Rush video, which was, initially the plan. I kind of just don't feel like doing it at this point. And really the main reason I'm even playing Gravity Rush 2 here is just because I just played Gravity Rush 1. I think in retrospect, like, I would have just moved on to Mass Effect. I kind of, that's why I'm more apt to be playing right now, but again, I already said I was going to do it, or whatever. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot I did that. Whatever. I forgot that I turned on sound alerts, I guess. I think I accidentally did. But whatever. Like, I turned it on, but like I didn't really know what it was doing. Should I just turn it off for now? By the way, I guess I should mention that this is the first stream I'm doing since I have got an affiliate on Twitch, which is cool. I don't really plan on doing much with it. Like, I never really planned on doing anything there, but I just wanted to reach it, which we did, so that's cool. Yeah, a lot has happened since that last stream. I know, a lot of Big Brother stuff. Which is really insane, like, all the stuff that's been happening in Big Brother. Like, all the Frenchie stuff. It's like I didn't, like, okay, well, like, as the last time we streamed, that was, like, what, the night of the premiere, right? So it's like, at that point, like, we kind of had a sense that, okay, maybe he's targeting Christian, maybe he's targeting Brent, like, he's targeting these alpha guys, but then, like, to just see, like, what's happened since then is completely hilarious. Yeah. It's like, and like, I feel like, at the time, I was not feeling great about my winner pick. In Xavier. At this point, I'm feeling very good about my winner pick in Xavier. Like, I think Xavier, like, he's maybe not, like, the best position. Like, he's probably not, like, number one. But he's pretty high. Like, he's definitely got to be up there. Yeah, Brent flipped him in 5 minutes, which is, hilarious. It's like through that one conversation, he pretty much like flipped right away. Which, yeah, it's so, like, everything about Frenchie is just hilarious to me. The fact that, like, he goes on about, like, how he's not going to nominate any people of color, not going to nominate any of the women, and his nominations are literally a woman of color and a guy of color. It's like, what the fuck? You can only come on Sundays now because you don't watch live feeds and don't want to be spoiled. I mean, there's a good amount of spoilers to talk about. There's a good chunk of stuff to talk about even post this episode. But yeah, hey Sir Quill. But yeah, again, this is the first stream since I've got an affiliate, so that's cool. Like, I don't know what to really do with it. I never really planned on doing much with it, but it is funny that, how's this compared to Devin's HOH? It's probably worse. Because, like, at least Devin, when Devin was HOH, he was already, on the outs. Like, he was already going, like, he was going to go home that week if he didn't win HOH. So it's like, I would say this is worse, considering Frenchie was technically in a better position. Like, I think if we're comparing, like, week 1 of Devin to week 1 of Frenchie, I think that's more of a debate. I mean, like, if we're doing that, I think Devin's is worse, because, like, Devin is directly was directly targeted after that first week. Well, Frenchie, like, despite how bad he's playing, like, he's still not being directly targeted by the majority of the house. Like, while people are very suspicious of him and definitely don't trust him, they're, like, not many people are, like, directly targeting him. So it's not the worst thing in the world for Frenchie, but he's definitely not playing this well. Definitely wasted a lot of opportunities this week. But yeah, are you gonna do a cast assessment for for Survivor AU? Yes. Okay, this is the thing. As of right now, this is my current plan. Is I think I'm gonna record it tomorrow and try to get it out on Wednesday. The problem is, I just feel like I have so little information on the cast still. It's like I'm surprising. To be honest, I wasn't expecting us to actually get a cast. I was actually expecting us to not get one, and I was going to do like a week 1 power ranking or something. But we did get a cast, like the official cast photos, like short bio, like a 1-paragraph bio is what I've seen. So essentially, we're getting the exact same thing we got from Survivor South Africa. So it's like, I guess I can do a cast assessment, and the plan, like, I'm planning on recording it tomorrow, but it's like, I just don't know how interesting it will really be. We'll see. But the answer is yeah, I'm probably going to do the cast assessment. It'll probably be out on Wednesday. But I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a clusterfuck, just like the Survivor South Africa one. I think Frenchie will be pre-jury. Yeah, I think Frenchie will probably be pre-jury. I just don't think, like, coming into next week, it's like the only people directly targeting him are probably, like, Christian, and even then, that's not even really the case. It's like he played poorly this week, but it's like he's not the #1 target for the majority of the house like Devin was in BB16, where, like, BB16, like, pretty much anybody but Devin winning that HOH, he goes home week 2. So, yeah, like, Frenchie's played poorly, but it's not the worst thing in the world here. I was trying to think, like, someone, I forgot, one of the RGP podcasts mentioned that, like, Frenchie has the worst week 1 HOH, and I think that he's up there. Like, I think he's definitely up there as the worst, like, week 1 HOH in recent history. Like, I think, like, at least when we're going to US, it's like, Cody's obviously better. I mean, Christy was bad, but it's like, Christy was, like, she still built a power structure, she still got into a majority line, like, she still did, like, good things, even though, like, she had points where she was very rocky. Tyler was, oh no, who was Tyler? Yeah, Tyler was first HOH, right? Like, his was pretty good, despite, again, some rockiness, but still got his target out. Um, 19. Again, like I'm like the first, like all I can think about is Willy. I feel like Willy's like the first one that comes to mind. Like Willy's for HOH was really bad. But it's like, even then, like I think Frenchie's is probably overall worse. Actually, I don't know, but again, because again, I guess again you have that thing of like Willy was being directly targeted coming into next week, while like Frenchie isn't necessarily right now. So again, like it's like he's playing probably more actively bad, but it's not really he's not paying his comeuppance just yet. Yeah, this season's like already better than BB22. Just this like first week of live feeds is already just incredible in comparison. If I had to do a week 1 power ranking, who would be number 1? I mean, I can look this up. I did do a power ranking yesterday. Yeah, I do have my laptop in front of me here, so I could technically look this up in a second. I'm pretty sure I had... I think I put Xavier at number 1, but like, again, if we're being realistic on like placements and everything, like he's probably, like in terms of their placement within the house, I think you can debate other people. Like my top 3 right now are Xavier, Tiffany, and Azah. Those are my top 3 right now. Which I think is still pretty accurate. I think all 3 of those are in the best positions in the house still. Frenchie versus Sauce, who's more indecisive? I mean... actually, I guess it's kind of close. I would still say the Sauce. I mean, like, I would say Jed in particular. Like, if we're doing, like, a strict comparison, Jed versus Frenchie, I would still say Jed. But, yeah, Frenchie is getting close. You want a showmance? It's like, I think they're actively avoiding showmances on this season, it seems like. The POV has already been won. The ceremony should be tomorrow. Like that's kind of the position we're in. Yeah, Tiffany's really impressing me. Again, preseason, it's so weird because preseason, like I got very like recruit vibes from her, and like she would give like these one-word answers. I really don't care about the game. But she would give these like one-word answers, or not one sentence answers that really made it seem like she had no clue what she was talking about. But then like it turns out she's like one of the bigger super fans, like where she's like one of these people that watches the live feeds, and again, like I'm just surprised, like how well she's playing so far. Again, she's very well positioned in the house. She's essentially kind of like a more active version of Tina from BB Can 9, where yeah, it's like BB Can 9 was where Tina from BB Can 9 was someone that was like in a very, very strong position for a lot of that season, but a lot of it was kind of accidental, where it's like she didn't really put herself in that position necessarily. Well, I feel like Tiffany's a lot more active within the game, at least up to this point. Yeah, it feels so weird with the Sunday episodes because, like, it feels like, especially with the premiere being back on Wednesday, like, it feels like we're like this is so far behind. Where like this episode, just up to, which by the way, this episode did not do a great job explaining things. Okay, that was something. Definitely a lot got left on the cutting room floor, but what are you gonna do, I guess? Hate when you have to wait 2 more episodes for the eviction. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of just the way that Big Brother goes. Bios make it hard to tell what a player's like. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem I'm having with, again, like, I want to do the Australian Survivor cast assessment tomorrow, but it's like we have so little information there. And it's like I complained about Big Brother 23. Like, I had a lot more information for Big Brother 23 than I did for Survivor South Africa, and I am gonna have for Australian Survivor if I do record that video tomorrow, which I'm leaning towards doing. Maybe to the like International Survivor winner edit video. The problem is that I don't feel like International Survivor typically has winner edits. So it's like it's kind of tough to really, because like a lot of International Survivor doesn't know what the fuck they're doing for most of its history. Like recently, it's definitely changed, but it's like if we're looking at like Survivor UK, like Survivor UK had no clue what the fuck they were doing editing wise, especially season 1, and then you have I mean, I guess you could, like, I'm trying to think, like Survivor AU, the recent seasons have been very. Yeah, I mean, like, Pio was pretty apparent. David was pretty apparent. I feel like Shane could be all over the place. Yeah, I mean, like, again, like, I think it's a recent thing with winners edits in International Survivor. It's a potential video. What are we doing? Okay. Yeah, like if you're like someone trying to avoid spoilers for Big Brother, probably the internet's not the best place for you. It's definitely very tough to not get spoiled on Big Brother stuff. Yeah, it's like the move to get like it's so hilarious to me. Like the like Alyssa, it's like we knew that Alyssa was getting nominated, but the fact that he nominates Kylan just like really comes out of nowhere. Like I know like people were like there were like whispers of like, oh, maybe Kylan's gonna get nominated, but I feel like no one actually took that too seriously. But then when Kylan actually goes on the block, it's like I really don't get like what Frenchie is doing. And like obviously he says that, oh, I want you to play in veto and all that sort of stuff, but that's just kind of dumb. I mean, like I think Frenchie is like one of these people that like I think he is one of these people that's trying to like play up to these super fans, right? He's trying to be this this person that's like trying to appeal to like the quote unquote woke crowd, but then like actually doesn't follow through with it at all. Where it's like it's so funny, like he keeps on talking about, oh, I hated BB21, and it's like, if I was on BB21, there's no way it would play out with like all the people of color being nominated, but then like he goes and nominates all the people of color himself. Already found out who won the veto? Oh my, I just realized, like there's no, but yeah, there's like no setup to the veto, is there, in this episode? So that's funny too. I just realized that. Yeah, this episode like did I mean, there was so much to show, but you could clearly tell that they were struggling to figure out what needed to be shown and what didn't. Where it felt like we were jumping all over the place at points, because it really like there's a lot of stuff that is going to be important later that like just wasn't even shown on this episode, despite it happening around this time. Yeah, and the wild card comp ruined it too. Yeah, like I never felt great about Frenchie. To be honest, I'm probably higher on Frenchie as a character, at least now, than what I was beforehand. Like again, like I don't like what Frenchie is doing. Like like the fact that like going to all the women saying, "Oh, I'm not going to nominate a woman," going and technically he didn't go to all the people of color and do the same thing, but like he did mention that I'm not going to nominate a person of color. It's like if you're going to say these things, at least like stick to it. Like don't go back on your word immediately on that. Like it's a really bad look for him, but yeah, I think it leads to like some fun character stuff in my eyes, though. Yeah, Wildcard Comp did take a while, didn't it? Because it took up like what, like 2 segments of the show, or like 1.5 at least. I think we had like 1 segment for the competition, then like 1 for the, or like half of 1 for the draw, or for the wheel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's like they just have too much content to show. Oh, by the way, I do like the new intro. I do like that they're going for like kind of this like revamped sort of style for this season. I'm not even paying attention to the game. It's like I literally don't care about this game. I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. It's like I kind of wanted to just go straight into Mass Effect, but I felt weird like not at least trying Gravity Rush 2. Again, we'll see how this goes. I might drop Gravity Rush 2, to be honest. Just because, like, I'm not really in the mood to play Gravity Rush 2. I would much rather be playing Mass Effect, but we'll figure it out. We'll do at least 1 episode of this, though. What was it? I didn't watch BB21. Yeah, I mean, Derek X is, kind of like Ovi. I mean, I think Ovi was less self-aware than Derek X, to a degree. Okay, yeah, it's kind of tough to really. Like, I feel like Ovi thought he was still with Jackson and Jack, pretty much up until he was about to go home. While I feel like Derek X has a better read on the house at this point. But, yeah, they are in kind of similar spots. Which, by the way, I was wrong with Derek X. Again, on the stream immediately after the premiere, I was pretty high on Derek X. Yeah, I guess I was wrong. He doesn't have what it takes. I thought he would, again, I thought he would do well socially. He seemed like this guy that would integrate well socially, but it did not happen, so... Oh, well. Wildcard is filler. It is. Yeah, I do wish that, I don't know, it's like, I like the wildcard comp to a degree. It's like, I do think it adds an interesting layer of strategy, but it's like, it's not really a layer of strategy that we needed, though. Like, it's definitely something that, like, in ideal worlds, we wouldn't have, but I get why they put it there to begin with. But I also feel like it's one of these things that, like, it's kind of backfiring on them, because, like, I don't think they expected the first week of the game to be as crazy as it was. Again, like, if this was BB22, then, like, obviously this is perfect. But for BB23, where there's so much gameplay going on, it kind of is something that is harming the pacing of the season so far. I mean, to be fair, it's only 1 episode. But, yeah. When Hades comes out on PlayStation, will you play it? Probably. I'm not going to buy it right away, but I'm sure by the end of the year, I'll definitely get around to playing it. I probably... Again, it's not going to be something I stream, more than likely. At least not right away. Again, I'll definitely play it once on my own. And if I do really end up enjoying it, then maybe we'll stream it, but... we'll have to see how that goes first. Yeah, Xavier's doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy I'm pretty happy with my winner pick at this point. I think Xavier he's very well positioned in the house. He has a lot of things going on. I do worry about Endgame, where I do feel like he is already being looked at as like one of the bigger guys and someone that is going to be a threat later on. I think, I forgot who said it. I think it may have been Frenchie that said that Xavier's going to be a big threat in the end. And that they got to look out for that. So it's like, again, the fact that that's already on their minds this early on, that's not great. But I do feel good right now. Okay, well, that sucks. I do feel like his position could deteriorate like when we get closer to the jury phase, but for right now, he's very well positioned. Team Twist was enough. I mean, I think really the wildcard comp was more likely to be there alone than the Team Twist was to be there alone. Again, to them, they feel like they need a Sunday competition to fill out time. And again, like most of the time, they're right. It's just that they're not right this time. Okay. Big D's your winner pick. I really like Big D. The problem I have with him is, again, I still have the same issue, where it's like, I just don't think endgame-wise, he's gonna be well-positioned enough, where, like, unless he can get Frenchie all the way to the end, who, I do think Frenchie's the type of person that would take Derek to the end. I just don't think Derek wants to take Frenchie that far. And also, it's like, even then, it's like, how is he gonna be able to get Frenchie that far? Like, I feel like that's his win scenario. I think outside of that, it's like he needs someone to take him to the end. I feel like it's very tough to believe that Derek's going to be able to go on a comp run towards the end. Because, like, I think he's going to need it. I don't think he's going to be able to get to the end socially, because, like, I feel like he's going to be looked at as too big of a threat. So I think he's going to need to either comp his way to the end or get, like, a close enough ally that can comp their way to the end for him. Which, again, I think Frenchie is that ally, but just, he's not really doing well with Frenchie right now. Or at least he doesn't want Frenchie to, like, it's the other way that I just said. It's he doesn't want Frenchie around for the long term. Yeah, I'm getting pretty far behind that chat at this point. Alright, where are we? Yeah, Brittany's interesting. To be honest, I'll be honest, like, Brittany still kind of annoys me. Oh, fuck off, I missed that jump again. Ugh. Again, it's cool to have, like, more, like, autistic, like, representation on, Big Brother, but, Brittany still annoys me. Like, I'll be honest. I do think she's better positioned in the... Okay, fuck off. What? Okay. I think she's better positioned in the game than I thought she was going to be, though. Again, like, I had her 16 out of 16 on my preseason power ranking. Like, what do I have her now? I have her at 5 right now. So, it's, again, like, she's pretty high at this point. Like, I don't see her going home anytime soon. I don't think anyone's targeting her. I don't know how... Like, she doesn't... Like, she's not disliked by anybody in the house. So it's like... I could see her, like, Oh, fuck off! How did I miss that jump again? Whatever. I could definitely see her, making a deep run and having a chance to win. So it's like, I don't feel too... Like, I feel pretty good about her chances right now, but just, like, as a personality, like, I do still find her kind of annoying. Again, just obviously someone that's very high energy, which is not the vibe that I'm too into, especially when it's not like a strategically minded person either, which I do think Brittany's still probably one of the lesser strategic minds on the cast. Did I hear the rumor about Whitney? I'm assuming you're talking about the Sandy Hook thing, or is there something else? If that's the case, then yeah, not great. Like, definitely not a good situation there. Yeah, I could see Tiffany having being number one in power rankings. Yeah, right now I have Xavier, but that's mainly because he's my winner pick also. And like I feel like I have a obviously more of an attachment to his success in the game. But like if I'm going strictly off of positioning in the game and yeah, I don't know. I mean like possibility of like being targeted moving forward and stuff like that. Like I think it's between Tiffany and Azza. I think those are the top two for me. I think the problem for me with Tiffany though is I do feel like kind of like Tina, if she's not active enough later in the game, I do think she could be looked at as a GOAT simply due to like her age and just due like perception of her being a mother and that sort of thing. But I don't know, I feel like overall I still feel pretty good about her. I think I'm not the only person that remembers the tester. I thought about doing a video on the tester. I would actually like to do a video on the tester at some point. Like it's a show that it's a dumb reality show. Like it's a ridiculous concept, but I had so much fun watching it when I was younger. Like I would definitely like to do some sort of retrospective on it at some point. But again, obviously not a priority right now. Fuck, I'm really like, where am I in the chat here? Do you think winners edits of Big Brother could work? Probably not. Because again, Big Brother doesn't have a winners edit because they don't know who the winner is going to be beforehand. It's like it's not really a winner. Like it is a winner's edit technically, but it's like it's not really like it's not a edit that is being edited in a way because they are the winner. Like in the end game, I guess you can like say like they start editing with the intention of like certain people being the winner because they kind of have a sense of who has the best chance of winning. But for the most part, it is very tough to gauge winner edits. Oh yeah, the Claire thing was definitely sarcasm. When Claire said that she could definitely win the wildcard comp, like that was definitely her playing it up for TV. Yeah, I haven't talked about Claire here, which yeah, I mean like Claire's fine. I mean she isn't like being super active in the game right now. Like she did make that all girls alliance, right? And well, she's close with I forgot who already. She's close to two other women, right? Like they looked at themselves as a trio. I forgot who. Was it Azza and Hannah? Were that the two? I forgot. But either way, like she's doing fine. Like she's definitely not positioning herself as well as I would like her to. Like I think there's definitely a chance that she's a boot within the next few weeks because I do think there are definitely holes in her game of people who would be willing to target her. But it's like she's fine. Like again, kind of just wish she was a bit more active. I can definitely see I think the cookout is going to end up being the dominant force of this season, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is the cookout literally just like every black player on the cast? Like, that's something I didn't even notice until I was like looking at the alliance chart today, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? Which, I don't know if, was that on purpose, or was that just like, it just so happened to be that way? But, because what, it's Azza, Tiffany, Xavier, Kylan, and one other person. Either way. And then, like, I know Hannah's, like, kind of on the outskirts of it. So it's like, it's essentially just every black person, right? Which is like, whatever. Again, if it does well for Xavier, who's my winner pick, I'm kind of just fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I like most of the people in that grouping anyway. So it's like, what am I doing? Oh, Derek F. No. Yeah, so it's like it's a really likable group of people. So it's like I'm kind of fine if that it does become the dominating force this season. It is looking a bit rocky right now with obviously Kylan's on the block. There's definitely a chance he could go home. I don't think he will because, like, again, like this. I do think this Cookout Alliance is gonna help him out here, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Why Azza? I'm assuming you mean like as a top winner candidate. Again, she's just in the middle of everything. She's in a pretty good position in the house. She's someone that's still on Frenchie's good side. She's someone that has, again, the Cookout Alliance. She has this all-girls alliance. She's someone that is pretty well liked to where I think if she gets to the end, she would win her jury vote. But she's also not someone that's openly well liked. Like, she's not someone that is, like, everyone's talking about how likable they are. Like, unlike someone like a Derek F. And she's also someone that isn't super physical, like a Xavier, to where she's going to be targeted. Like, I feel like Asu's in a very, very good spot, which I'm pretty happy about. Again, like, I was definitely worried on, on, how Azza, was going to do coming into the season, but it does feel like she's, playing out in the best case scenario here. Last in the power ranking right now, it is Travis. Yes, it is. Again, to go into why would be very spoilery. What am I doing? Stop mid-air. Alright. Yeah, like I forgot. Who's at the bottom? I'm pretty sure it's... Might as well check this. Yeah, at the bottom I have Travis. Again, this was yesterday. I think this was before Veto. Even. Yeah, it was before Veto, so... even then, it's not really that spoilery for Veto stuff. But yeah, I had Travis at the bottom. Derek X. Then Alyssa. Then Christian. Then Frenchie, then Claire, then Sarah. I don't know if Sarah should have been that low. Then Hannah at 9. And beyond that, it's kind of weird just going backwards. But Brent should be lower. I had Brent at 6. I feel like probably he should be lower. But then again, it's like he did do good work. Even though it's like... Again, I don't think it works on everyone, but it did work on Frenchie, so like, yeah, at least it's something. But then again, like, he also just comes off as super condescending to people, which, is obviously not great. What am I doing? Tilts. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, like it definitely. That's why I think like a Tiffany or an Azza or a Xavier will win at this current point, is because like they are some of the more quieter people in the house. Like I think they're definitely positioning themselves well moving forward. To be honest, I don't know what's going to happen this week. I still don't. Even with the, even knowing the veto result and everything, it's like, I still, like, I have not, I did not follow the feed super closely today. But, like, I don't actually know who the, if the veto is going to be used or if there's going to be, like, who the replace, like, I have a pretty good idea who the replacement nom's going to be, but it's like, I don't know if the, like, if the veto is going to be used and on who. But, like, if Alyssa is still on the block, I think there's definitely a chance she still goes home. I think there's definitely a window there for her still being targeted. I think with Kylan, it's less likely, because I do feel like Kylan has more of a base backing him up. But even then, like, that base is still not over half the votes. So it's like he still needs more numbers, technically. So it's like, there's definitely a chance. Hannah's not part of the cookout officially, but she was mentioned as someone that they're going to like try to bring in, but not give all the information to. Do I plan doing a Big Brother My Philosophy on the Game sequel video? Not really, because it's pretty much the same thing, just kind of obviously making it for Big Brother. I think in retrospect I would redo the Survivor video and go a bit more in detail on certain things, but in terms of like redoing it but for Big Brother, I don't really see much of a point, because it's essentially the same thing. Like, it's essentially the same philosophy. I think the only difference is that the game of Big Brother is a more competition reliant game, just due to the nature of that power is, or at least direct power is doled out through competitions. It's like through that, competitions do become more important in the game of Big Brother than they are in Survivor. But outside of that, it's like, it doesn't really change too much in how I feel. Oh yeah, I definitely said that about the Sunsetters. The Sunsetter, well, I mean, yeah, okay, but either way, the Sunsetters was definitely, like, an astronomically, like, bad group in terms of, like, how the sauce, like, how they would constantly flip-flop on their decisions, and, it's, like, really, that was the main reason why, the Sunsetters were as bad as they were, is because of how much they would flip-flop. Where it's like, I feel like this group knows what they're doing a bit more. It's like, I'm trying to think, like, they're all fans, right? They're all big fans, right? Xavier, Kylan, Tiffany, Azah, and Derek F. They're all, like, super fans of the show. What am I doing right now? So it's like, I feel like they should know what they're doing a lot more. Where, like, with the Sunsetters, like, we had Ty and Jed, who were both people who weren't fans and, like, really just did a whole bunch of research right before coming into the season. You had, Beth was a fan, but it's like, I don't think she was, like, a massive fan by any means. I think she was, like, kind of just, like, a more casual fan. Kiefer was a big fan, so at least there's that, but, yeah, like, I think for the most part, like, that group wasn't as big of fans as what the Cookout Alliance is. I do feel like I feel more confident about the Cookout Alliance. But yeah, I did say same thing about Sunsetters, so. Okay. Julie Chen is still the greatest host ever. Is she? Like, I think she's literally, like, the worst host of the, like, main reality TV shows. To me, at least. Like, I mean, I think, like Jeff Probst is better. Phil Kogan's better. Arissa Cox is a billion times better. Who else is there? I mean, I guess, like, when we get to, like, Jonathan LaPaglia, it's like, I mean, I guess Julie Chen is better, maybe. It's like, I think for me, like, Julie Chen's, like, one of the worst hosts in modern reality TV. Or at least in terms of the shows that I cover. Oh, I guess you were sarcastic. I wasn't paying attention. Whatever. Did Travis do something wrong? Not really. It's just that he's not playing, like, actively enough. So, like, not many people are doing that much wrong. And, like, to be honest, the people that are doing the most wrong are the people that are in power positions right now. Like, the people that are doing the most wrong right now, obviously Frenchie. You got Derek F., who's playing a bit too hard in my eyes. You have Kylan, who was playing way too hard You have Brent, who is being a bit condescending in terms of his talks with certain people. But no, I'm not fucking replaying the tutorial. But like really, like most of the house like isn't playing actively bad. It's just that a lot of the houses, or not a lot, but like a good chunk of the house is just playing too passively right now, and Travis is one of those, especially considering the position he's in. He's just not setting himself up well enough, and not really bonding with enough people. I was like, in terms of people that are entertaining me right now, it's like I'm surprised at how good Xavier was in the confessional. Like, I really thought Xavier was gonna be kind of a more mellow, boring sort of person, but he had some fun DRs. Hannah seems fun. Like, ironically, again, like Frenchie seems like the person that is doing them. Like, it feels like we got some more older school DRs in this episode, where it didn't feel like everything was like prompted by production until we got to Frenchie, where like it feels like Frenchie, like his stuff was like really over the top. Which again, considering he's like the super fan, you would think he would be the one that would go against that sort of thing. But I guess not. What am I doing right now? What's the actual objective? Oh, do they actually have a mission thing in this thing? Find Sid. Whatever. Yeah, I wish Hannah was a bit more active too. And the thing is, like, Hannah is not one of these people that like could potentially be targeted moving forward, almost solely just because she's not really bonding with as many people as she should be. Where's Sid? Oh, okay, I guess. I definitely knew where I was going there. Oh yeah, you definitely did say that about the veto winner, that he wasn't going to do well. But yeah. Stream Thursdays? I don't know. Again, the tough thing with me on Thursdays is, again, I work, and then immediately after work, like, if I want to watch South Africa before stream, it's like by the time all that's done, and even then, like, I won't even be able to watch the Big Brother episode. So it's like, even by that point, it's like we're what, like, probably looking at like 1 o'clock as a start point for a stream, probably 12:30 maybe. So it's like it's not really worth it. I do think there's a chance I could stream Friday this week. Yeah. But, not Thursday. Thursday's like one of the worst days for me at this point. Oh yeah, I get that you were being sarcastic now about Julie Chen. I get it now. I didn't read your next post. Again, this is telling you how far behind I am on thing. If Elle won Australian Survivor 2016, where do you put her in the winner ranking? If we're talking about Australian Survivor winner ranking, she is below David, but above everyone else. In terms of Australian Survivor. In terms of, like, worldwide, it's like, I think that's a lot tougher to really gauge. I would say she's probably a bottom, like, she's on the bottom of, like, the dominant tier. Because I think she is someone that, like, technically dominated the game. But, like, I don't know how much of that was active gameplay. Right, I think she's one of these people that, like, she had the relationships to dominate the game. She, um, like, did control a lot of how the game played out, but I think a lot of that kind of stems from her personal feelings about things and, like, how she was acting a lot more emotionally about the decisions that she was making. Plus, also, I think you also have to take into consideration that they took Christy to the end, who was someone that was taking Lee, which I think is a bad strategic move. Sometimes I wish live feeds weren't a thing. Live feeds are like the only reason, like, are one of the main reasons I care about Big Brother still. Yeah, like coming from just watching Big Brother Australia, which doesn't have live feeds. It's like if Big Brother US didn't have live feeds, like, I wouldn't be nearly as invested as I am. Okay, can you go? Like, obviously I would still watch it and I would still cover it and that sort of stuff, but it's like, I would definitely not be as, like up to date on things. Like, I wouldn't, like, really be paying attention nearly as closely. What was the most impactful Wall Yeller story? I don't really know. Like, it might have been the one from, like, I don't know, like, I don't really have them all, like, top of mind. Like, I know the Ian one in BB22 is pretty impactful, I guess, to a degree. I mean, like, it was for, like, a second, and then, like, Ian just, like, dropped it all. What's wrong with the host of Australian Survivor? He's just fine. I don't have much, like, I don't have an issue with Jonathan LaFave. Like, he does his job fine, but it's like, he's nothing, like, there's nothing notable about his performance. Like, he's easily the worst of the current Survivor hosts in my eyes. Like, he doesn't really, like, he just comes off as, like, a Jeff Probst knockoff. Like, he doesn't really do much original in my eyes. And also, I feel like he's definitely the one that, like, doesn't understand the game the most, or, like, clearly, like, through the show doesn't understand the game the most. Okay, what am I doing now? Who is the best team on the Amazing Race? I have a video that will be coming out at some point on that. Yeah, it's one of these videos that I made a decently long, it wasn't even that long ago. But I did make a video, top 10 Amazing Race teams. I don't know when it's going to come out at this point, but it'll be before the end of the year, probably. But yeah, that is something that's coming at some point. I do have an Amazing Race video coming out not too far from now. There's actually a point where I thought about releasing it this Wednesday, but then obviously now the Australian Survivor cast assessment's probably going to be this Wednesday. But I do have a Amazing Race video that I literally recorded a year ago that will be coming out soon. It's a video that, to be honest, I regret making, just because it's like, I don't know what to do with the video, and that's why it was, like, in the back burner for so long. But I don't know, it's just a fun little short video. It's a recasting video for Amazing Race All Stars. Well, what if what was it? It's what if Amazing Race 8 was All Stars, because that was the initial concept for Amazing Race 8. Until they decided, you know what, let's do the family edition. By the way. Yeah, that'll be coming out by the end of the month, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about I didn't talk about the latest episode of Survivor South Africa. What do I think of the pre-merge of Survivor South Africa so far? Pretty good. Like, I think it's been pretty strong. I hope that this is the final. Again, like, I didn't know when the merge is gonna happen, because when the merge is happening, I'm gonna do a mid-season power ranking. I'm hoping it's after this episode. That would be ideal. That way I can kind of get both of these like international Survivor videos out of the way back to back. Because obviously that would mean cast assessment comes out Wednesday, and then power ranking comes out Monday. Or sorry, will come out on Saturday, which would mean that I'm probably going to have a Monday video, if that is the case. Which is fine. But that is... the ideal scenario right now is that we do merge after this next episode. Best case scenario for my channel, I'm talking about, in terms of scheduling and everything. Which means, I think that would mean that this... Oh, by the way, like, yesterday, the Survivor What If video came out. Which, that was not the plan, by the way. That was a very last-second change. Initially, it was going to be my Big Brother Top 10 non-winning player video. But that swapped out at the last second due to... well, it's due to a lot of things, but Survivor South Africa was part of it. We're again trying to balance out the schedule. But, yeah, so, again, Australian Survivor cast estimate should be on Wednesday, as of right now. If we get a merge, which I hope we do, after this next episode, the mid-season power ranking for Survivor South Africa will be on Saturday. And I think on Monday will probably end up being the... actually, I just realized I have it in front of me. Like, I can literally look at it. I don't know why. Like, I keep forgetting that I have my laptop right over here. Alright, so Monday will end up being the 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim review that's been on the back burner for a little while. And then, yeah, next Wednesday will end up being that recasting Amazing Race video. And then the next Saturday after that will be that top 10 non-winning player video for Big Brother. So that's kind of how things got rearranged there. But yeah, I guess I should actually talk about Survivor South Africa. Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. Obviously, my winner boot, my winner pick, sorry, was the boot, which was, what are you gonna do? Again, like, I didn't really care about my winner pick here with Dino. It's like, yeah, it's disappointing to see him go, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not really as invested in him as a winner pick because I had such little information to go off of when I picked him as my winner pick. And to be honest, even by the time of the premiere, like, I wasn't high on Dino anyway. So it's like, I didn't really care how Dino did or not. Okay. Yeah, like, was a solid episode. I mean, like, to me, it felt like the obvious move, though. It's like, are you really gonna get rid of Santoni here when, like, that's just giving the original Zomba just so much power. Like, in terms of edit right now, like, it does... Again, like, I think we're down to 3 contenders in my eyes. Like, I think we're down to Tyson, and Nesu, and Renier. I keep forgetting your pronounce his name. Renier, right? Renier, right? That's how it is. One of those pronunciations. Either way, I think it's between those 3 at this point. I thought this was a pretty good episode for all 3 of them. Again, but I just, like, based on editing of those first few episodes, I get the sense that the winner is from the original Vuna. Which would obviously mean that it's between Tyson and Nesu. But I feel like both of their edits are just so blatantly winner-style edits, which I don't think is the typical, like, is the way that Survivor South Africa goes by their winner edits. Especially, like, during the first half of the season. So it's like, that's not making me feel super great about them. But, I feel like they're probably, like, I feel like those are still my top 2 picks right now. I did feel like this was a pretty good episode for Tyson. Even though, again, like, he kind of needed the content that he was, like, it was kind of a necessity that he was shown as, like, the orchestrator of this vote. But, I did feel like he still got good content within that. Even though I do think he has holes in his edit from before this that make me kind of a bit wary of him as the winner. And then Nesu, again, Nesu's edit to me is just too perfect. Like, her edit's like so perfect right now that it's like makes it seem like are they really going to give this person this perfect of a winner's edit? How was Dino as a player? Not good. I mean, I think he's one of these people. Again, I think he knows what he's supposed to do. He's one. Like, he is a massive super fan of the game. He knows the game from a strategic point of view, but he just was not able to execute. I just don't think he's good enough socially. Actually, I just realized that Dino Marisha relationship went nowhere, didn't it? So that's bizarre. Which is actually, like, which obviously that's a really bad sign for Marisha thing, and there was no real upside for Marisha. But, yeah, definitely not, I didn't realize until now that, yeah, that went nowhere. So, I don't know what they're doing with Marisha's edit. Yes, I am going to be releasing a Survivor UK Pulau Tiga player ranking. Thank God someone's excited for it. It's currently scheduled for July 28th. I guess, I mean, like, by that, like, I've pretty much given out the entire schedule for the month, right? Again, like, this is the schedule for the month. We got Australian Survivor Cast Assessment, Survivor South Africa Mid-Season Power Ranking, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim Spoiler Review, Recasting Amazing Race 8, Big Brother Top 10 Non-Winning Players, Survivor UK Pulau Tiga Player Ranking, and then July 31st, which is a Saturday, is predicting Jeff Probst's favorite players from each season. So that is currently the schedule for the month. I might as well just give that out at this point. Could Santoni end up winning? I think she's gotten an okay at it. I think the massive hole for her is her premiere, where she was given almost nothing. But then again, this is Survivor South Africa, which again doesn't follow traditional winners. So I guess realistically, like, I guess Santoni is probably still a winner candidate. Because, like, I think if you look at everything outside of that, like, her edit is pretty strong for the most part. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't talk about this, the merge fake out thing, right? Or not merge fake out, but the fake out swap or whatever, where, like, again, like, I was expecting there to be a swap in this episode, after last episode, but then, like, we saw the preview where it's like, there's no mention of swap, and we saw them in a reward challenge where they were on the same tribe, so I was like, okay, well, that means we're probably not getting a swap, which means that I think we'll probably get a merge after this episode, which is why, like, initially the, Survivor South Africa mid-season power ranking was actually scheduled for this Saturday, but then, like, obviously they faked us out and had a swap at the immunity challenge, which was kind of annoying for me scheduling wise, but whatever. Marisha and Keon don't exist on the show. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, Marisha's gotten more content. Like, Marisha to me is getting a merge boot edit. Like, that's the sense I'm getting from Marisha. Keon is, like, literally, like, she's pretty much getting nothing. Like, I'm pretty sure I have I can look up the confessional chart, but I'm pretty sure she's, like, does she have, like, 8 confessionals? Something like that? Which, I mean, to be fair, like, she has more confessionals than, or is it 5? I forgot, I'm gonna look it up in a second. Well, either way, it's like, she technically has more confessionals than like some other people from other seasons of reality TV by this point, but still not a great edit. Definitely not a winning edit. Let's see. I say 8. She has 5 confessionals. Okay, yeah, she has 5. Marisha has 8. Nicole has 10, which surprised she's actually that low, because this feels like, I mean, she has gotten a confessional every episode. Wait then. By the way, Chappie's edit this episode was ridiculous. Like the like how over the top, like heroic they made his edit seem. So, which I don't know how, like, what to really do with that. Like, I think, like, realistically, it's like I don't think Chappie's is a tough contender or anything, but like that was just bizarre. Like how positive his edit was this last episode. But is there going to be Pagonging? Probably not. Again, by the way that LaRue both talked about the season, preseason, I get the sense that we're in for a pretty dynamic game. Which, to be fair, has been pretty dynamic up until this point, but I'd be pretty surprised if we end up going to the merge and, like, it's just a straight up Pagonging and it's boring. I feel like more than likely we're in for a lot of blind sides and a lot of dynamic power structures and stuff. Which, by the way, the more and more I'm playing this Gravity Rush 2 right now, the more I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna drop it. Like, I really don't feel like playing this that much, and it's like I'm not really even paying attention to the game at all. Like, I think after the stream we might, like, come back to it at some point. But I think just in the spot that I'm in right now, I just so much rather be playing Mass Effect. Which, by the way, I haven't talked about this. I did finish Mass Effect 3 since I last streamed. I actually finished it Friday? Yes, Friday. And yeah, I mean, by the time I finish Mass Effect 3, like, I'm really in the spot where it's like, is Mass Effect 3 my favorite Mass Effect game at this point? Like, I think there's definitely an argument. I did start writing the script for it as well. I did not finish it, though, because because to be honest, the script's going to end up being longer than I thought it would be. It's not that it's going to be, like, ridiculously long, but it's probably going to be around 5,000 words or so, which is one of my longer video game videos. But yeah, I mean, and I probably won't have time to finish writing it tomorrow either, because again, tomorrow I'm going to probably do the Australian Survivor video, so I don't know, I'll try to figure out when I can finish that. But yeah, I really did love my replay of Mass Effect 3. Okay. But yeah, it's really looking at a point where, like, I started, like, watching a whole bunch of Mass Effect lore videos and stuff on YouTube, and then obviously I'm at the point now where I kind of just want to play more Mass Effects. It's like I'm really apt to do that Renegade playthrough, which I'm kind of at a point now where, like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with that Renegade playthrough. I'm kind of thinking I might do a Renegade playthrough, then also do a separate playthrough. Like, I might do 2 playthroughs, where I do the Renegade playthrough, but through that Renegade playthrough, I still try to go for, like, the best case scenarios, where I try to get, like, as many people as I can to survive and, like, that sort of thing. But then I do another playthrough, which will be super quick, where, like, I have everyone die at the first opportunity and all that sort of stuff. So I think maybe that's the approach I'll go, is, like, is still make my initial Renegade playthrough, like, a more full playthrough of the game. But just obviously do it Renegade instead of Paragon. But, save the, like, killing off of every character in Mass Effect 2, and like killing Rex in Mass Effect 1, that sort of stuff, like, save that for the, actually, I know, I guess I will have to kill Rex, but, I guess, like, doing the, like, never recruiting Garrus and stuff like that, like, save that for, the, third playthrough, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Would you say Survivor South Africa is for the super fans? Yes. I would say more so than US or Australia. I mean, Survivor South Africa is like a show ran by a massive super fan in LaRue Botha. I've said this in the past, like, he's definitely the person I have the most confidence in making a quality Survivor season at this point. Where like even the season, like again, Survivor Island of Secrets, like should not have been a good season of the show. Like based on the season plays out, it should have been like a really boring season. But like I do feel like because of a lot of what LaRue did, it made it a more entertaining season. In terms of like the way they edit the show and oh fuck off. A lot of production decisions. I feel bad for players who get on a show and they barely appear in it. I do to a degree. I think it matters who it is. Like I do if it's like someone that like is actually like a fun personality and everything, and they just get shafted due to like some outside circumstances. Like I think like something like Survivor Samoa, like a lot of the people on there, I think there's definitely like a lot of people I feel bad for. But it's like if you're someone that like was like kind of boring to begin with, it's like then like it's kind of your fault also. Like you should have been better TV. But yeah, for the most part, I do feel bad for some of these people. I mean, like either way, I feel bad, but like I feel like I feel bad more so for like certain other people than others. But it would suck, like just in general, it would suck to like go through the entire process of getting on the show, and like actually like spend the time like to be on the island for like however long you're there, and then like to just not even be on the show. Like that would just kind of suck. Who do you think is the best Survivor player that quit the game? I don't know. I don't know offhand. Like, first one that comes to mind is Nyanka. Like, I do think Nyanka is a better player than people give her credit for. Who else is there? Like, I feel like most people that quit the game aren't that good to begin with, and that's a lot of the reason why they quit the game. I mean, do you count Fair Play in Micronesia? But then again, I don't think he really had an end game on that season. I mean, either way, I still think the answer is Nyanka. In terms of, like, the game that they played on that season. If you're talking about, like, overall as a player, then I guess probably Johnny Fairplay would be number one. Unless I'm forgetting someone obvious. Yeah, Nyanka's a great character. Definitely, I mean, like, a lot of what makes Nicaragua great is Nyanka. I mean, it's really Nyanka and Marty are, like, the two great things about Nicaragua, which is, like, why the season goes completely downhill. Oh, I haven't talked about that. I forgot I didn't even talk about that. I did watch more Survivor finales since I last streamed. I got through Gabon, Tocantins. Okay, well, I fucked that up. Okay. Clip through the thing for a second. But yeah, Gabon, Tocantins, Samoa, Heroes vs. Villains, and literally right before I started the stream, I finished Nicaragua. So that was something. Nicaragua's Final Tribal is actually pretty strong. I actually really like the Final Tribal for Nicaragua. Mainly because you have like Marty and Dan, who are both like super bitter against Chase and Sash. You have Chase actually giving a really good performance. Like as of right now, I think Chase is my number one losing Final Tribal performance. Like he's pretty close with like number 2 and 3, but it's like I think he might be number 1. I think the only flaw I have with Chase is that he kind of I forgot which answer it was, but there was like one answer in particular that I was not super happy with. But it's like outside that, like he gives a pretty strong performance. I mean, like, I guess his Marty answer is also kind of like questionable, but it's like it's not the worst. Like it's probably the best case he could have gotten, considering he knew that Marty was never voting for him. Okay, well that failed. What is up with the camera? Oh no. Okay, cool. There we go. Maybe. But, yeah, watching all those finales was, interesting. I mean, like, none of them are, like, super top-tier finales. I think they're all around the same spot on the list. Like, they're all, like, middle-tier finales in my eyes. All for, like, kind of different reasons. But... you're almost done. Your first character to play through Scarlet Nexus. Yeah, how's Scarlet Nexus? I haven't really heard from... I remember, like, obviously it came out, and then... I'm pretty sure it got some positive reception, but it's like I haven't really heard anything about it since then. Yeah, I would definitely recommend going into Mass Effect 3. I mean, I would have recommended you go straight into Mass Effect 3 immediately after you finish 2, but either way. Oh yeah, and yeah, Randy going up and... I mean, like, that, really, like, Gabone's Final Tribal, like, something I kind of noticed is that it's not really that great, but it's like you have, like, these really notable moments from it. Technically I have my notes in front of me. From Gabone. Like, my notes for Gabone aren't that long. Because, like, it's not really that eventful for the most part, but you have, like, Corinne's speech. And you have Randy, yeah, it's like, these are literally my notes. It's, like, mostly uneventful questions, Corinne's iconic speech to Sugar, what is it? Susie's vocal cords, Randy is fun being pissed at Bob and Sugar, Kenny's bitterness towards Bob, Randy's kiss my ass confessional, and then yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's like there's not that much there, but it's like you do have some really notable moments. Scarlet Nexus 8 out of 10. Yeah, like Scarlet Nexus, I'm definitely gonna play it at some point. Nothing I've heard from it makes me really want to like rush out to go and play it though. Oh, which, by the way, I did start Nier Replicant. I haven't talked about that, but barely, though. For, like, what's Susie's vocal cords? Part of Corinne's question to Susie was she would agree to vote for Susie if Susie agreed to have her vocal cords removed. To which Susie said no. Which I did list that as a con on my... on my Susie's Final Tribal performance. But by the way, Susie's Final Tribal performance is so bad. I mean, to be fair, Sugar's is also really bad too. Actually, yeah, Sugar's is below Susie's on my current ranking. But anyway, like they're both. I mean, all the performances there are bad. Bob is my bottom ranked winning Final Tribal performance right now. It's like they're all so bad. But yeah, it's like Tokenshiens is interesting, like where Steven's Final Tribal performance I actually don't think is that bad. Like I think the problem is that like the jury that he like the thing is like I think Steven's Final Tribal performance is one that works on a current jury, but because this is like a more old school Survivor jury, it doesn't work. Like which to be fair is also a fault of his. Like he should recognize the type of jury he's talking to. But it's not that bad of a final jury performance, even though I think he gets shat on a lot for it. Is Bob the oldest person to win Survivor? Yes. I believe he was 57 at that point. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the oldest by a decent amount too. Gabon was your favorite season for a long time. Yeah, like I love San Juan del Sur. Like Gabon's a season that like has always been like kind of a middle tier season for me, like probably lower middle tier. Like San Juan del Sur though has been a season that I've always loved, even at the time that it was airing, when a lot of people were really down San Juan del Sur at the time. And for I didn't love the pre-merge at the time. Like I mean, like you had the Drew Christie stuff, which was fun. You had John Rocker. Which his arc over that season's interesting, but it's like you definitely have a slow point like after the swap, but and then you have the Julie quit, but it's like from that point on though the season's fantastic. Especially you have the Jeremy boot, which I still think is like one of the best like viewer blindsides in the history of the show. Like well, like I mean I kind of had a sense it was coming when I watched it live because this was at a time where like Survivor would have commercials where it was like, oh, one of the biggest blindsides in Survivor history. And it's like, okay, well then like obviously I should be expecting like a pretty big blindside at this point. So and then like when it got to the point where we saw the one like because what they did for the episode is that they literally only shot us one shot of John approaching Missy, talking about blindsiding Jeremy, and that's like literally all we got for it. And yeah, it's like at that point, if you like really pay attention to it's like it should be clear that Jeremy's probably the boot there. But it definitely is a pretty fun like viewer blindside there. What do I want to do here? Gravity kick, Sassfield. I guess this one? Or not? Whatever, let's just do this. Alright, yeah, Reed for second chance, that'll be fun. Again, Reed or Josh, I'll be okay with either one of them. Like, I think Josh is probably the better player, but Reed is the more, dynamic personality. Even though, like, again, like, Josh got more of the screen time on the season. Like, I think that was largely because of how much more in control he was. Because, like, Reed did not play well on San Juan del Sur. Like, Reed, really, like, even from the offset, like, he just didn't have, like, wasn't able to bond with his tribe. He was a potential first boot. Or, like, they were considering voting him out for Napu first. Like, that's not great. And then, obviously, like, he kind of gets into a better position after swap, largely due to his relationship with Josh and due to the allies Josh had. And then, kind of picks up Josh's alliance once Josh goes home, becomes the leader of it afterwards. It's like, really, a lot of Reed's game is because of Josh. Like, a lot of the good things about Reed's game. But he does, like, have the Jeremy move, which is very impressive. Which, that was even on the show, was it? I forgot now. Was that on the show of Reed going to John and like convincing him to do the what was it, 5-3-2 vote? I forgot what exactly the numbers were. But it was kind of a plurality vote, or some sort of weird vote. Either way. But I mean, that is a pretty impressive plan. It's like he does, like, that is a pretty good job there. And like, if he pulled off the John Mish blindside immediately afterwards, like that would have been good. But obviously he doesn't. So it's like, how much credit can you really give him? You want Dean for second chance? Dean would be fine. I mean, like, Dean, I think, is one of these people, like, you could replace Dean with, like, a lot of other people. I feel like there's a lot of, like, people in his mold, like, in his archetype that, kind of fit the same sort of, casting spot. But, like, I wouldn't be opposed to a Dean return. He's not, like, the first person that comes to mind, or, like, someone that needs to come back. But, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it either, though. Okay. Not what I meant to do. Young Parvati is cute. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's something else I kind of know. Like, it's so weird. I was watching the Heroes vs. Villains finale, and I was like, wait, Parvati is a 3-time player on this season. I like looked up, like, she's not even that old, right? And like I looked it up, like she's she's how old I am now in Heroes vs. Villains. Like, it's fucking insane to think about. And that, like, Amanda is a 3-time player by the age of 25. Like, that's insane also. Like, that's bizarre to me. Yeah, Parvati used to be like my big like Survivor crush. I wouldn't say as much anymore. But definitely like when I first got into Survivor, like back like what was it? I mean, when I got back into Survivor, 8 years ago or so, right? Like Philippines, that was what, 2013, right? I think. Like I was definitely a big Parvati fan. Yeah, like Reed's definitely like the messier player. He's definitely like the one that's gonna make for better TV. But it does seem like, from what I understand, Reed has never been called back, while Josh has been called back. So I would, like, the sense I get is that Josh is the more likely returnee, despite Reed probably being the better TV. Yeah, I think Lauren O'Connell's in there. Like, I think if we're going modern, like, Lauren O'Connell's probably the pick. I was always a big Victoria fan too. I have no clue what's going on in the game right now. I just literally haven't been paying attention at all. Which again is why, like, I'm not really feeling too incentivized to finish this game at this point. And I'm not really feeling too incentivized to do that Gravity Rush video that I talked about possibly doing. I just really don't feel like doing it. Especially because, like, I already have, like, so many video game videos lined up. I don't need another one in a Gravity Rush video that's not going to come out for another, like, year, probably, at minimum. It's like, what's the point? So, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we're probably going to drop Gravity Rush 2. I'm probably just not going to bother putting it on my Top Games of the Generation video. Or at least as a actual game on the list. Because, like, as of right now, it's like, it's probably like number 28, 29. It's like, is it really going to jump up that many spots? Probably not. Okay, well, that's something. Considering, like, how, like, uninterested I am in actually playing it right now. I wouldn't say Victoria over Lauren. But, and I don't even know if Victoria's really the better player. I think Victoria is the more interesting player. I don't know if Victoria's the better player. Because, like, I think really, like, if we're putting them on any given season, like, I think Lauren does well more times than Victoria does. And even then, like, I think Lauren has the strategic ability to do on any given season. I think the problem with her is perception, because I think she needs to manage her perception better. Because that was her problem on Edge of Extinction, is that by the time she got to, and to be fair, she also had strategic faults on that season too, but like by the time she got to the end, even if she gets to the end, she probably still loses to Gavin. Okay, well, that's lovely. Wait, what? How did I survive that? I was expecting you to die. Okay. Like, I think in terms of, like, actual game on the season, like, I think Victoria, like, probably played the better game in the sense that Victoria wins in a lot more scenarios than Lauren does. But I think in terms of, like, overall win equity coming into any given season, I think Lauren probably is the better all-around player, in my eyes. like, I think the thing is, like, for me, like, I just feel like Lauren almost never goes home early. And I feel like if she does, it's because of, like, some sort of weird circumstance. Like, we saw in Edge of Extinction where she kind of gets paired up with Kelly Wentworth, and that's part of the reason why she, like, kind of gets some potential for her being voted out early. But I think, like, just on a general season, it's like, I feel like she rarely goes home early. While I feel like Victoria, like, has a lot bigger chance of going home early on any given season. I think, like, strategically, to be honest, I would put them, like, on the same level. Like, I don't think they're that far apart strategically. I just think that, like, Victoria's better at managing her perception. Where, like, and by the end of that season, like, everyone thought Victoria was the mastermind of the group, even though she wasn't, by the way. It's like, that's another thing. It's like, even though Victoria wins at the end, it's like she was never in a position to get to the end, no matter how the game played out. Like, she would need to win out, which I think is a massive flaw in Victoria's game from Edge of Extinction, where it's like, yeah, she wins a jury vote, but she never gets to the end to face off against the jury to begin with. Because, like, Gavin, Lauren, and Julie were never taking her to the end anyway. And, like, Lauren was actively targeting Victoria throughout a lot of the game anyway. Where am I going? Oh, I need more gravity ores. Ugh. What's more important, social ability or strategic ability? I mean, this can go into a long conversation. There isn't that much of a real difference between the two. It's like, realistically, it's like, what is the point of having the strategic ability to do anything if you don't have the social ability to pull that off? And kind of the same thing vice versa, where it's like, what's the point of having social ability if you're not able to strategically maneuver with that social ability? It's like, both of those concepts are very intertwined to where you can't really be good at the game with only having one. Because, like, no matter how good your no matter how good you are socially in terms of bonding with people, it's like, if you're not able to better your position within the game with those social bonds, then what's the point of having those social bonds to begin with? And then also, if you are very good strategically in the game, but aren't able to execute on any of those strategic maneuvers because you don't have the social bonds to execute those moves, then, like, what's the point of being a good strategic player to begin with as well? Where am I going right now? I have no clue what I'm even doing. Yeah, like, Vanessa's a really weird case, where, like, Vanessa was... Yeah, I would say Vanessa's probably one of those that, like, is almost solely a strategic player. Even though I do think she did have, like, bonds with, like, the Oz twins, and then with Steve. But yeah, I do think Vanessa's definitely an exception to the rule. Okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to go there. Oh, I guess these. But yeah, so I think next stream I'm probably just going to start Mass Effect, just because I just don't really feel like playing Gravity Rush, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm definitely, like, it's not like I'm never going to come back to this game. Maybe after we finish Mass Effect I will come back to Gravity Rush 2, but just as of right now, I'm just not really super high on the idea of spending another like 15 hours playing this game. Who's the better player, Liz or Julia? Liz. I mean, dude, for neither of them are that great, really. But Liz had more of a chance of winning the game, and was also better in competitions. I would say that Julia was probably better socially. But it's like, even then, it's like, it's not by much. I think they're both prone to strategic mistakes. So really, I think, like, for me, like, Liz is just so much better of a physical competitor. While, like, everything else, they're, like, pretty much the same. That I would say Liz, but it's not, like, it's that big of a difference. Who's my least favorite BB winner? So, like, in terms of likability, I don't know. It might be. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think it really is that much of an answer. Like, I guess maybe Maggie, if we're talking about like pure likability on the show. Like, I mean, I'm not a big Evil Dick fan or anything, but at least Evil Dick has, like, a satisfying story arc on this season. Even though, again, the way he got there was, like, very wonky. I mean, I guess Jackson to a degree, but it's like, even Jackson, like, I feel like, well, but, yeah, I'm... Yeah, I mean, it's Jackson or Maggie. Yeah, I feel like those are the two. Debatably Casey, but... I don't know. It's, by the way, it's funny that, I'm pretty sure it's, like, I still have it somewhere, but, I remember, during the finale of, BB20. So this is before I had a YouTube channel, or at least I had the Marine Review channel. I had so like I was still doing like when I record footage for my normal playthroughs and stuff. Like I had the mic plugged in. Like I remember, like immediately after the finale BB20, I went on like a 30-minute rant about like why Casey shouldn't have won. It's kind of funny. It's like it's funny to think back to that. Whereas like if that was now, obviously I would just do it on stream. Is Maggie a bad person? Debatably. Are you getting ads? Like, see, like, that's the thing about, like, that's the one thing I didn't, like, know about how, like, getting affiliate would affect things. Because I knew that they added ads to streams, but I just didn't know how they added them. Like, I assumed it was just, like, pre-roll ads. Like, where they would just, okay, that they just added ads, when you, like, entered the stream. But is there also, like, mid-roll ads? Like, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Which I have not even bothered like touching anything with the affiliate stuff yet. Again, I got it on the day after the last stream, so Thursday. Like I literally just signed up and then like what was it? I saw a thing for like they were telling me to turn on sound alerts. So I was like, okay, well, I'll turn it on, and then didn't do anything with it. So like I really haven't done anything when it comes to changing things up for affiliate. I probably should at some point. Like I know I have the ability to like make emotes and stuff like that. I don't really know what to make emotes of though. It's like, what am I really gonna make emotes of? It's like I have nothing to really make. So I don't know. Yeah, the BB6, like the entire friendship alliance was not particularly likable. Plus, also there's this story of like how she talked about how she like let this like one of her patients die or something like that, which is not great, obviously. So it's like not really a likable person, and like just in general, she's also just really boring as a TV character, especially in comparison to a lot of the other people in the house. Or she just seems like the most normal person there. And I feel like almost for sure, like, she definitely does not get cast if it wasn't for Cappy, right? I feel like that was the main reason she was on the show to begin with. Is because they had Cappy and they needed a partner for him. So, yeah, I mean, just in general, it's like, Maggie's not a super likable figure. See, like underrated. It's like, for me, it's like, what do you really quantify as underrated? Because like I feel like there's just so many like varying opinions on people, and also it's like when it comes to like those opinions, like I've talked about that in my winner rankings and stuff. It's like I don't feel like doing like an underrated sort of winners or whatever like would be that like interesting, really. Maybe like a most underrated players would be a bit more interesting, but even then, it's like again, like what really? I don't know. It's not really a concept that I'm super high on. But I mean, like if like I can talk about it here in terms of underrated winners. Like I think probably like Tommy's high up there. Like it's really like. It really is disturbing to me that, like, I listened to the RHAP IOI not video, podcast that they did for the season ranking that they're doing. And it's like, considering how, like, low most of the people on that podcast were on Tommy, and then, like, how the fans rated Tommy, it's really insane to me. Like, how low Tommy is looked at from the superfan community. Okay, I'm about to die, yeah. Have you ever watched the Emoji Movie? I think I actually did. I don't remember. I might have. I think it was one of those that, like, I might have watched it. I don't remember. Like, there's a lot of movies from, like, the, like, 2014, 2015 sort of time where, like, I watched them, but like I had them like in the background, kinda, and like wasn't really paying attention. Like the Emoji Movie might have been one of those. Do I think Amber's somewhat underrated? To a degree, but it's like I don't know if she would make a like a top 5 list for me, because I feel like there are definitely people that it's kind of gotten around to where like I feel like some people look at Amber, which again, I think this is why it's like tough to do an underrated list to begin with, because like there's definitely people that have the opposite opinion of the general consensus as well. So it's like, because I do feel like in general, like there are people out there that are very high on Amber, and like I feel like in that sense, like I feel like she's overrated based on how those people perceive Amber. So it's like, that's what I'm talking about, where it's like it's kind of tough to really say like, oh, this person's underrated or whatever, when it's like, and like something with like someone like a Vecepia, where like I feel like Vecepia is now so like is so underrated that she's overrated. I feel like it would actually be more interesting to do overrated winners than underrated winners. Because I feel like if overrated, it's like I can already think of like Brian Heidick, you got Tom Westman, to a degree Yule, but not really. I don't know, Yule's a weird one. Why does Big Brother hate Andy Herron? I feel like a lot of people hate Andy Herron for different reasons. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't like him personally. But again, like like even from a personal standpoint, it's like I do feel like there's some points where it's like he gets a bit overboard. But I think as a player though, Andy is still one of the best players we've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, Will would probably be number one for Big Brother. Like, definitely we're talking about winning game. Yeah, I think as a player, for me, he's still probably... I forgot, did I have him top 5 player? He's probably still top 5. But it's like, as a, like, in terms of his winning game, his BB2 game is not that good. No, I mean, Andy is like one of these people I think like very much tries to appeal to this like tries to appeal to like I don't know a better word for it, but like to this like woke sort of community, but then like at the same time is also kind of hypocritical within a lot of those things. Or like he's one of these people that like is like the first to like talk very bad about someone that does like something wrong within like that sort of sphere, but then like is also like very good friends of Aaron from BB15. So it's like I don't know, it's like I just feel like he comes off as pretty hypocritical at points, but okay, cool. Oh yeah, and he's also really good friends with Gina Marie too. So yeah, it's like, it's stuff like that. Have I seen Black Widow yet? No, I have not, but I haven't, like, I'm pretty sure I got spoiled on it a while back. Like, I already know what happens in Black Widow. But yeah, I have not watched for myself. If I were to guess, I would say it'll probably be like it would probably be a bottom tier MCU film. But again, I haven't watched it, so I can't really properly rate it, obviously. Ah, shit. Cool. Wow, that was terrible. How bad of a human being could Gina Marie possibly be? Maybe you should watch BB15. It's not great. But I do like Andy as like a commentator on the game of Big Brother. I think he is someone that understands the game on a level that you do rarely see. Like whenever he's on like RHAP or something, I do listen to that podcast because I do like the way he looks at the game. But okay, fine. But yeah, not like again, like there's definitely things that he does that I'm not a big fan of. Frenchie pressed Gina Marie for having the worst nomination speech ever. I don't think so. I think Gina Marie still has it. Frenchie's wasn't good. Like, it was pretty bad. Which, by the way, it's also hilarious they started it with I Had a Dream. Again, like, very, very insensitive to the, whatever. That's like, it's just hilarious to me. But that's how he started it. Gina Marie wasn't a clown. She was, well, no, wait, she was called a clown, wasn't she? Oh, no, she called Candace a clown, right? I don't remember, whatever, either way. I mean, her confrontations with Candace is a lot of the reason. Okay. Rant on Gina Marie as a player? I mean, she's just not good. I mean, like, the one good thing about Gina Marie is that she is, like, decent in competitions. Like, she was very good at, like, endurance comps. But again, like, just strategically, she had no clue what she was doing. She's outside the Majority Alliance early on, was pulled in by Andy in the end game. Technically does some good work, I guess, in getting back in, like, Amanda's good graces for a while, but then again, I think a lot of that was Aaron's work as well. Yeah, it's really just really had no chance of winning the game, and largely because she just was a terrible public speaker, to where, like, I don't think she would ever, like, be able to articulate her game. Did I die again? Oh, I did. Well, that's lovely. Cool. Was Helen pushed? Probably not. Like, I don't see why they would want to push Helen. So I would lean towards no. Did you watch US vs. Canada Sequester? Yes, I did. Which was a lot of fun. And that was what? That was well over a year ago now, right? So weird how long ago that was already. Yeah, that was really fun. I'm trying to remember how the game played out. Like, what, Alex won, right? And she was against Hamza, right? Yeah, I remember there was a pretty good, like, underdog run from, like, Hamza and Aika. You had Ovi having a pretty good run there. Matt Hoffman played pretty well. James Ryan gets taken out on a really crazy blindside. What else? I mean, Karen being Karen. You have Canada just fucking themselves over really early. Yeah, that was a really great, sequester. You love her whole crush on Nick? I mean, like, it's funny from a character standpoint, but it's also, like, deeply, like, depressing and deeply, like, disturbing from, like, an actual, like, person standpoint. Like, how, like, closely attached she was to Nick, this person who literally didn't give a shit about her on this show. And then, like, after the show, he kind of just, like, uses her for publicity and then, like, throws her away immediately afterwards. Okay, we're up to this again. I don't remember this section of the game being so long. I really thought we reached the main city a lot earlier. Yeah, it's Frenchie had the worst week 1 HOH. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I think Willie Hance is worse. I think. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's close. It's definitely close between the two. Like, I think the one upside for Frenchie, as of right now at least, is the fact that Frenchie isn't the #1 target coming into next week. Like, that's the one pro in comparison to Willie Hance, where, like, Willie Hance was the #1 target immediately afterwards. But, yeah, like overall, like very bad HOH here. Like definitely a lot of wasted potential. Like someone that like could have easily become the center of the power structure and just ends up not being that because of how much he's fucked up here. Did that work or no? It did, right? Yeah, okay. Who's number one target coming into next week? Well, I mean, are we talking full spoilers now then? Because again, like as of what I know, the plan is that again, full spoilers. From what I know, the plan is Travis is going home this week. With DeVito going to be used on... I don't even know who DeVito's going to be used on, but either way, the plan is for Travis to go home this week. And if that's the case, then next week it's probably Derek X is the target, at least as of right now. But even then, it's like no one's talking about Frenchie as someone that needs to go right away. Like he's just like at the point now where like he's like someone that like people are saying that they need to not tell him everything. But like no one's actively targeting him. Mind you, this is still before the veto ceremony, so it's like that could definitely change in the next few days. Which is why like I'm still holding it on like whether or not Frenchie's the worst, because I still think there's still chances that he does have the worst HOH reign. But as of right now, I do feel like he... and to be fair, I mean, like, if we're comparing where Frenchie is now compared to where Willie was at this point, I think Frenchie is worse. Because at this point, like, Willie had, like, at the point, like, before the veto ceremony and everything, like, Willie had a solid alliance. And, like, wasn't even, like... and was still, like, relatively well-liked within the house and everything. Like, his entire game really blows up after the veto ceremony. So it's like, I guess really it's like there is a lot of potential for Frenchie to be the worst. Yeah, is anyone targeting Brent next week? I don't think anyone is right now. Like, I think, again, like, I've heard Claire as a potential target. I've heard Hannah as a potential target. I've heard, obviously, Derek X is the big one. And I've heard Whitney. I forgot about Whitney. But it's like, I don't feel like anyone is targeting Frenchie as of right now. Like, even in, like, private conversations or anything, like, no one's mentioning targeting Frenchie. Now, we did see that, like, Christian talked about targeting Frenchie at, in the episode, but then in, like, at this point, they've kind of repaired their relationship to a degree. Like, definitely Frenchie's not in it for the long haul. Like, he's definitely gonna be the boot. I think, again, pre-jury is almost guaranteed at this point. But he technically isn't being targeted right now. Shit. Well, that sucked. And like, if Travis doesn't end up going home this week, then I think Travis is someone that is probably going to be a big target for next week. Like, I think if something happens to where the veto isn't used, or like they end up saving Travis in order, like, for some reason take out Alyssa or something, like, either way, I think Travis is still, like, not in it for the long haul anyway. I think Brent can put a target on his back. Again, like, a lot of people seem to be kind of turned off by Brent, so like, I could definitely see a chance that that he puts a target on his own back from being a bit condescending of people, but for right now, he's fine. Austin's HOH was bad, but it's like, it's bad because she didn't do anything. It's not actively bad. Like, it's bad because, like, she could have set up so much, and then she did nothing. While Frenchie is, like, actively ruining his position in the game. And same thing with, like, with a Willie Hance and stuff. It's like, they actively ruin their position, while Austin just didn't better her position. In a position where she very much could have. Okay. Bro, this stuff is going on for so long. It's like, how are we still in this, like, tutorial section? Yeah, Austin was kind of boring. She didn't really do much on the show. Again, she's very attractive, so I mean, at least there's that. But in terms of, like, her actively, like, doing things, like, she just didn't do anything in the game. Which again sucks because, like, I believe she's like one of these, like, bigger fans. Like, she was one of the bigger fans coming into the season. So, like, it's kind of a bit underwhelming that she didn't end up doing much. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Is it these things? No? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. See, I didn't do anything. Oh, wait, is it these? Oh, maybe it's these that we're supposed to be taking. Is Caleb and Amber my favorite showmance? I mean, obviously. I mean, realistically, my favorite showmance would probably be, like, what? Like, Bren and Rachel, probably? Okay, I guess that is what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, the one thing about Caleb and Amber that I will always remember is, like, when, there was, like, one episode where, like, Caleb was on screen, they just brought up the ad for Stalker on the bottom of the screen. That was really funny, which, like, Stalker was, like, a CBS show that was on at the time. But that was just kind of hilarious. Yeah, I love Rachel as a character. Like, I used to be a big Brendan fan. Like, Brendan was, like, my favorite player when I was, watching BB 12 and 13 for the first time. So it's like watching, BB 13, it's like once, Brendan leaves, like, I was really rooting for, oh, did I not carry it? Shit. I was really rooting for Rachel because I was a big Brendan fan. But, obviously, in retrospect now, too, it's like you also have the fact that Rachel's just an insane character. Like, the fact that Rachel is a Big Brother winner is insane. Wait. Just, I don't even know why I'm even bothering like to focus on the game, considering I've already decided that I'm not even going to bother continuing with it. But whatever. Okay, thoughts on BB23 in 6 words or less? Good. I don't know. Really insane. Well, actually, I guess really would be a wasted word in that situation, wouldn't it? I don't know, whatever. Either way, it's pretty insane so far. It's pretty, everything Frenchie is doing is hilarious. Yeah, like if Alyssa does go home this week, like, I'll be pretty disappointed, to be honest, because I feel like Alyssa has shown like some potential here. Like, I mean, obviously she gets compared a lot to Annalise, but it's like she's definitely a lot more active in the game than Annalise ever was. Wait, what did I fuck up? Oh no. I could switch to Mass Effect, but it's like, it's already like 1:20 in the morning. It's like, do I really want to be like playing Mass Effect just for like an hour or two? I feel like at this point I might as well just save it for next stream. And here we'll just like kind of ride it out with this. Especially because like I don't have the, if I were to switch to Mass Effect, I would have to end this stream and then start a new stream. It's like, it's like I really don't feel like it. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Whatever. Yeah, I've never been too big into ORGs. Outside, like, I followed, like, Sequester and that sort of stuff, but, again, I only played in one when I was, like, really, really young, and I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. Oh, I'm supposed to use special attack, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Did I still fail it? I know I got it this time, alright. Yeah, that was the second boot, so that was something. Like, I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. Or what the fuck you were supposed to be doing. Okay, well that's something. That did nothing. Fine. Cool. But yeah, next stream we'll definitely start Mass Effect. We'll do, so yeah, we're gonna do Renegade playthrough. We're gonna try it on Insanity. We'll see how that goes. And with Mass Effect 1, I think we're just gonna rush through the main story. I don't think there's much I really want to be doing there. Mass Effect 2, we will do, I think we'll do loyalty missions. I think it's weird because, like, if I'm, I think that's gonna be the point where I'll have to really decide, what I want to do with, the playthrough. But I think what I'm going to do is just, like, treat the Renegade playthrough as if it was the Paragon playthrough I just did, but just so happens I'm doing Renegade. So, like, I won't be doing the, like, trying to kill every character like I thought I was going to do. Oh, I'm not even paying attention again. Which, again, I definitely want to do that playthrough at some point, but, because I've never played Mass Effect like that. That'll be so fun, I feel like, to, like, see how, like, everything changes. where you, because like Mass Effect 1, you can play it without ever recruiting Rex or Garrus. Then Mass Effect 2, you can never recruit Tali, Thane, or... Actually, no, I think you have to recruit Tali. I forgot. But anyway, you can never recruit Thane or Samara. Shit, where am I going? And obviously everyone can die by the end, so that's another thing to factor in. And like playing Mass Effect 3, like with all the characters being dead, is just gonna be hilarious. So that's something I would like to do, but yeah, I think the full-on Renegade playthrough will be first up. What am I doing? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to get orbs. I'm fucking... Again, I'm not even paying attention. Which actually, now I think about it, like, I'm gonna stream tomorrow, aren't I? So I guess tomorrow we'll start Mass Effect. I kind of forgot that I was gonna stream tomorrow. Yeah, so I guess that'll probably be when we start Mass Effect. Yeah, that'll be great. 2 hours, like another 2-hour triple eviction. I like genuinely though, I do hope we do get another triple eviction. Like I actually really, okay, I do like the BBUS version of the triple eviction. For the most part, I do think it like, there's definitely potential for us to miss out, but I think if they time it right, there's definitely a lot of potential with the triple eviction. What's Busy Phillips? You don't know that Danny Donato looks like Busy Phillips? That was such a that was such an awkward moment. Yeah, because obviously everyone wants to be compared to Busy Phillips. I mean, yeah, too much. I've had like so much of BB-22 has faded from my mind at this point. But like a lot of like Julie Chen's awkwardness has like stuck to my mind for some reason. Oh, and the triple eviction. Oh, it's so funny. It's like, it's so funny how incompetent Big Brother production can be. You gotta have like the triple eviction banner behind them to where they read. That the triple eviction, then like you can clearly, like, and then they're like thinking, oh, were we supposed to see that? And stuff. It's like, obviously you weren't supposed to see that. Yeah, Busy Phillips is an act. Like, what's she been in? Like, I don't even know what Busy Phillips has been in. Like, I'm sure she's been in something that I've watched, but it's like I can't even like think of what she's actually been in though. Like, she's not like a super like mainstream actress, I don't believe. Like, I feel like she's one of these people that like does, yeah, like certain TV shows. What was she in? Was she in Freaks and Geeks? Okay. She was in Cougar Town, so that was something. She got Critics' Choice Award for Best Supporting Actress for Cougar Town. Yeah, actually, I don't even know. I don't think I've watched anything with her in it. She was in White Chicks, so that's something. Yeah, obviously, like, everyone knows Busy Phillips. How do you not know Busy Phillips? Like, it's so bizarre, too, because they look nothing alike. I don't think. Actually, I guess there's, like, there's, like, a little similarity with certain images, but, like, most images, though, they look nothing alike. Like, to be honest, I think Danny Donato is a lot more attractive than Busy Phillips. Okay, that's cool. Fine. Which, by the way, I haven't talked about that. Like, if I, like, Big Brother crush from a while back, definitely Danny Donato would be high up there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how am I supposed to be doing this? Like, why am I failing this mission? Come on. Okay. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, I really liked Paris at the time too. BB Can 6. Yeah, I think Paris was like the last time that like the person who I would say is my crush was older than me. Which is like really depressing. Because I think like even by the time we get to, I'm trying to think, like, because what, BB Can 7, I mean, to be fair, I don't really have a crush on BB Can 7. Like, even if I were to say, like, Esty is my crush or whatever, like, she's my age. So it's like, by that point, it's like, it's kind of a bit weird. And again, like, if we're going to, like, BB Can 9, if I were to say, like, Austin. Like, Austin's old. I mean, Austin's younger than me. It's like, that's kind of the point where it gets kind of weird, I feel like. Is Danny one of the most lucky players? I'm definitely, like, I think our BB-8 game is definitely very luck dependent. Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah. I guess you can say that. I mean, obviously not lucky enough to actually win the game, but, like, it's partially luck and partially, like, her making, like, it's her making mistakes, but then, like, her comp ability being able to, wait, what am I doing right now? Being able to make up for it? Oh, okay. I fucked up. By the way, I get what I'm supposed to be doing now, it's just that I keep on fucking it up anyway. Oh, I think Whitney's really attractive from this season. Again, like, kind of a lunatic in terms of some of her personal beliefs, but in terms of just pure aesthetics, she's very attractive. Favorite Nicole to play Big Brother? I mean, how many are there? Like, what, Nicole BB2, Nicole BB21. Is there any other ones? Yeah, like, I love that double eviction from BB13. I'm pretty sure I put that as my favorite double eviction, right? Again, first you lose Danielle, and then you have Jeff go out in spectacular fashion. Oh, Nicole Franzel. If I'm ranking those three, actually, I don't know. Like, how are we ranking? If we're ranking on likability, then, like, it's probably, like, on pure likability, it's Anthony, Franzel, Nilsson. But, like, if we're talking about on game, that's probably Franzel, Nilsson, Anthony. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, like with Whitney, it's like, aesthetically, it's like, she is attractive. But it's like, there's definitely a lot of other things that, are not great. Okay. But yeah, based on what I know about Whitney, I would not be surprised if that she did say that. Obviously we don't know, like we don't have the footage of her actually saying that, but I would not be shocked. Ah, fuck off. Do I have enough on the top? Should go for whatever. There's no more down here anyway. Shit, I think I fucked up. Oh wait, there's something there. There we go, got it. There's not 100% proof. Like we don't have, like her saying that isn't on the live feeds, but we've heard Claire, like talking to the mic, saying that she doesn't agree with what Whitney said. Which comes to, like, which the vibe I get from that is that Claire assumes that the live feed saw it, and she wants to just get the record straight that she doesn't agree with it, but she obviously couldn't say anything at the time. Like, that's the vibe I get. Like, I like, if I were to, like, if you were to, like, force me to say, like, oh, did she say it or not, like, I would say she probably said it. But, like, obviously there's no proof, though. Like, no direct proof. Yeah, but like the Mickey thing is like a completely different situation though. Where it's like Mickey is like that's like one word, where like Whitney's is like an entire phrase of like that's very hard to misconstrue. And also the thing with Mickey too is like that wasn't like no one cared on the actual cast. Like that was more of a thing of like Twitter hated Mickey, so they decided to say, hey, he said the N-word or whatever in this clip. When it's like in reality he didn't, obviously. But it's like that was more of the thing with like from an outside world perspective. While like with Whitney, it's like it's more so like it's also an in-game thing. But it's a thing that we don't actually have as actual evidence. Okay, went the wrong way. Yeah, I think the sense I get, like, for sure Claire at least thinks that that's what she said. So the question mark is more so, like, did she actually say it like that? Wait, what? How'd I die? I mean, like, Whitney is this person that we do know is, like, very much into guns. And is, like, very, like, conservative in terms of her political beliefs. So it's like, it wouldn't be that surprising in my eyes, like if that is like a thing that she actually believes. But it's also a thing that I don't really care enough about to really like actually like make a true opinion on, especially considering we don't have direct proof of it. Because I'm the type of person, like, when it comes to, like, from my perspective, I don't give a shit. Like, if someone has, like, really dumb beliefs. Like, obviously, I'm gonna think they're dumb, but it's, like, outside of that, it's, like, I don't care. But it's, like, there's obviously a lot of people that do care. And there's a lot of people that do take it as, like, oh, they're promoting this sort of belief by having this person on the show and that sort of thing. But, like, from my personal perspective, like, I don't really care. It's, like, whatever. People would be going like way more insane if we actually had the footage of this. Like I'm sure there would be like petitions to kick like Whitney off the show and everything by this point, if there was actual footage of this. Yeah, and also it's like the other thing too is like as long as like the show doesn't show it too, it's like it's not like the show is like like if like one person on the cast has like these really fucking bizarre beliefs, it's not like the show is going to promote those beliefs on the main show itself. And I'm an idiot. I pushed the wrong button like 3 times, trying to land. This section of the game goes on for way too long. It's like, how are we still not even in the main city yet? She would be the oldest female winner, though, right? If Tiffany wins. So at least there's that. Ah, shit. How old was Dick? Dick was, what, 48, right? Like, when was the last time we had... Well, I guess Cliff was probably over 48, right? Yeah, I feel like we rarely even get a player that old at this point. Fuck off. Okay. I believe, like, isn't Dick, like, the only... Or, like, is one of the only winners, like, above the age of 30, right? So, yeah. Was Dick only 44? Dick seems so much older than 44. Actually, you know what? Let's just pause. I just want to look this up real quick. Of, like, Big Brother winners by age. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Boogie was over. Yeah, so... Yeah, the only 2 winners above 30 are Boogie and Dick. Is that true? Yeah, Dan Giesling was only 25 when he won. That's insane to think about. Will was 28. Oh, yeah, Derek too, right? Oh shit, accidentally hit the mic. Yeah, Derek was 30, right? Let's look this up. I can't get a fucking list of just like listing the winners. Whatever, let's just do this. I just want to see a list of just the winners and their ages, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a solid thing here. Whatever, who cares? Either way, yeah, definitely I do feel like there should be an older cast in general. I think the tough thing is with Big Brother is like I just feel like casting-wise, you're having a very different casting pool from something like Survivor. Like, I feel like it's so much easier for a show like Survivor to get a diverse cast age-wise than Big Brother, where, like, again, it's like a 90 to 100-day commitment over the course of the entire summer. Like, that's a lot to ask. An older person to take the time commitment to do it for. To be honest, I'm even surprised someone like I'm surprised we got like Xavier, like a 27-year-old attorney. Like I'm surprised that like he was able to take off like 90 to 100 days here. Okay, hopefully we're done with this section. Then at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. Considering, again, like, I'm not really continuing on with this series right away, so it doesn't really matter how far we get, but whatever. I think in general, like, I'm gonna probably end this stream a bit earlier than normal, too. Not anytime, like, immediate, but, like, probably, like, before the 4-hour mark, at least. So I'm not completely fucked tomorrow. I don't want it to be like last week. Was it last week that I stayed up to like 5 o'clock in the morning streaming? Yeah, Inside, right? Yeah, that was last week. So yeah, I don't want it to be like that. So you try to end stream a bit earlier, and then we'll probably try to go for a decently long Mass Effect stream tomorrow. Then I guess probably be the goal there. Oh, I forgot about Marissa. Was she 45? That's kind of insane to think about too. I mean, obviously, like just in general, celebrity seasons obviously have a much older cast. I didn't even think about that though. Like that's insane. How old was Tamar then? Like Tamar's probably what, like 40? Yeah, she's like 44 now, so she's also in her 40s when she won. Actually, just thinking about Tamar Braxton as a winner is insane. I don't care. There we go. Or not? Wait. That was the objective, right? Yeah, I just feel like in terms of age diversity on Big Brother, I don't really see it happening. I just don't really feel like it's a super likely thing to happen. Okay, everything is fucked here. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my stream manager right now, but everything just got completely fucked because I just moved things around accidentally. There we go. How do you think Bananas and Ashley M would fare on Big Brother? I don't know, actually. I don't see Bananas doing that great on Big Brother. I think Bananas is someone that's more apt for Survivor. I think in a Big Brother house, like, I do feel like he's the type, like, he's very much like a Jesse, like a Jesse BB10, BB11 sort of figure, where I feel like he's gonna probably be able to create, like, a dominant alliance early on, but he's definitely gonna be targeted along the way, and he's definitely, like, the main person to take out from that alliance. Ashley is a bit more, I think Ashley could do well in Big Brother. Like, I think Ashley feels more like a Big Brother person than a Survivor person. I think she could do well. I think she will probably... Like, I think she's probably just going to play just like she does on the challenge. Which I think is high variance, so... It's like she could do well, she could also do really poorly. Like, there usually isn't an in-between for Ashley. Like, she's usually like won the first few boots, or she's like the winner, or gets to the final, so... I feel like that's probably gonna be how it goes with Big Brother. Where she's either like an early boot, or she probably has like a majority alliance and then maintains the power structure for a decent while. Yeah, I would like to redo those reality showdown casting videos, or like maybe do a different type of casting video that involves challenge people for like Big Brother and Survivor, which obviously I haven't really played around with. But I think that would definitely be a fun thing to do.
Whoa.
Is that really a thing of like seasons that she has blonde hair? She as well. I never pay attention, but so what, Invasion and Final Reckoning, right, are the two seasons that she's won, and then she did well in, what, War of the Worlds 2? Where am I going? Oh, there. It's so weird to me too when I look at like the challenge and like the timeline of the challenge, where it's like a lot of these seasons that, like, when I think of like Final Reckoning, like I think of that like, oh, that's definitely an older season of the challenge, right? And like that's definitely like a season that like took place like 5-6 years ago, when in reality it's only like a few years old at this point. Like, it wasn't that long ago. Like, it always feels weird to me. What is Danny's natural hair color? I think it's her hair color on BB22, right? Or at least that's closer to her natural hair color, at least. I believe it's like a dirty blonde-esque color, I think. Yeah, I don't care. I will say, like, if I was actually paying attention to the story of this game actually does have a pretty interesting narrative. But I don't care right now. Especially like, considering there's no English dub and stuff, it's like I really don't actually care to be paying attention right now. Yeah, I haven't decided how I'm going to approach Judgment when I eventually play that. Because I want to play with the Japanese voice acting, but I feel like it's going to be tough to stream and pay attention with the Japanese voice acting. So, I don't know. Yeah, it is funny how, like, Danny Briones, I guess now, has had, like, a different style pretty much like every time she's played. I mean, she's kind of she's played at like 3 radically like different spots in her life, which is also kind of an interesting thing. Where like first time she played, she was like pretty much right out of high school, right? Like she was like what, 19, hadn't gone to college yet. How's the challenge work? I mean, I don't really have a good answer for you. There's no real solid answer. Like, the tough thing about the challenge is that, like, it changes format pretty much every season. To a degree. I mean, like, a lot of formats are, like, relatively similar. But, like just explaining what the challenge is actually pretty difficult to even do. I mean, essentially, it is a social. I don't even know if I can even say it's a social strategy game, because it really isn't that much of one. Like, it's like where, like, Survivor and Big Brother are, like, social strategy games that have physical elements. It's like the challenge is, like, a physical game that has social strategy elements. Like, that's kind of the way I think of it. Shit. Like, basic format-wise, it's kind of similar to, I don't know, it's tough to really explain. It's like, it's kind of like a physical version of like the Genius in a way, but then there's also seasons that aren't like that, so it's like, I don't know, it's tough to explain. Didn't I win already? Yeah, okay. Yeah, like Danny was like super young coming into BB-8. It's actually real. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure she doesn't make the cast if she didn't have that relationship with Dick. Amazing Race crush? I don't even know. I know who it used to, like, when I was a kid, like, I had a big crush on Jamie and Kara. But again, I was a kid, so why wouldn't I have a crush on Jamie and Kara? Like, if we're talking about nowadays, like, I don't even know who would really be. In terms of the challenge, like, there's a lot of attractive people in the challenge, if I'm being honest. Shit. Like, if I watched the challenge when I was young, I would have had a massive crush on Kellyanne. Well, even now, it's like, well, I think, Amanda Garcia is really attractive. Fuck off. What's just happened there? I don't remember. I'm sure there's a lot that I'm just, like, not thinking of right away. But I remember, like, just through my through me watching the challenge. Okay, I'm really fucking this up. Through me watching the challenge, like, I was just, like, thinking along the way. It's like, there's really a lot of attractive people on the challenge. Oh yeah, Kayla. I forgot her last name, Casillas or something like that. She's really attractive. Because I don't even remember the challenge. Like, who's even on the last cat? I don't even remember anymore who's even on the challenge 36 anymore. Like, I'm just trying to think of people that were on the last season. Okay. What the fuck is going on? You know, I at least want to get through this prologue section of the game before the end of the stream. Just because it's like, fuck this area. Like, if I want to return to the game, I definitely don't want to do this section again. At least that'll give us like a good break-off point. Wait, fuck. Did I pass it? I did. I'm a fucking idiot. Or maybe I did. Maybe just, I don't know, whatever. I wasn't paying attention. I'm still trying to look up challenge people. Okay, whatever. Oh, Avery is another one. That's really attractive. Then, like, Avery's barely been on the challenge. Like, she's really only been on one real season. Like, she's been on two what the fuck is that? She's been on two technically, but it's like, the other one she, like, got eliminated before she could even do anything. Which, by the way, how has Avery not been back on the challenge? Like, I know how, considering, from what I understand, she has a bad relationship with production, but still. Amber's fine. I mean, Amber's not really my type, though. Like, she's a very attractive person, but not really my type. Gabby from last season I thought was really attractive. I would have had a big crush on Teresa if this was like older seasons. Melissa is very attractive. Melissa Reeves. I'm talking about. Yeah, and Kayla is really attractive. Maddie's attractive as well. There's a lot. There's a lot of people that are attractive from the challenge. Which again is like the majority of the reason why they're cast to begin with. But again, when it comes to Amazing Race, it's like I couldn't even. See, like Amazing, I feel like Amazing Race is just like completely faded from my mind at this point. Like even like recent Amazing Race seasons, like I don't remember that well anymore. Like I remember 32 decently well, but it's like outside of that, it's like I couldn't tell you like a lot about what happened in 30 or 29. Wait, have you ever watched Hell's Kitchen? Not really. Like I did when like it's like one of those shows that I'm pretty sure my parents watched when I was a kid. Like I was there, but like I didn't really watch it. You're born the year BB5. Well, that's depressing, right? Because I was watching BB5 live when I was a kid. Yeah, I was born the year of Big Brother not existing yet. So, yeah. And Survivor. When did Expedition Robinson start? I'm pretty sure I was even born before Expedition Robinson started. Let's see. Expedition Robinson. What year was that? 97. So yeah, I was even born before. That's depressing. But anyway. But I've noticed a lot of like recent like Big Brother Survivor fans being like 17, 18 years old, like kind of in that age range. Born the year BB10. Ugh, that's so depressing. It's like makes me feel so old. Wait, how old are you then? Like, if you were born BB, when was BB10? Like 2008, right? Yeah, so that's really insane. Shit. First season of BB15. Yeah, you should have waited a year for BB16. Obviously, you would have gotten the greatest season. I mean, like, BB15, like, I think, like, is, like, it, if you didn't watch the first half, it's a fantastic season. And actually, if you watch, like, the first, like, 2 weeks, then just skipped all the way to, like, skip to, like, the Judd double eviction, then you're good. It's a great season. You don't have to watch that middle part. 15's the season I always have some sort of attachment to, because it is like the first season where I was like into like RJP and stuff during it. So it's the first time I was like listening to like podcasts and that sort of stuff with Big Brother. Yeah, you're 24. Yeah. Yeah, 13. Like, how are you? Like, I don't even get how like someone can be like that massive a fan of Big Brother and Survivor at that young of an age. Like for me, like if I'm thinking of myself at 13, it's like I couldn't even comprehend the game of Survivor and Big Brother at the age of 13. Like when I was 13, like what season was it? I guess it would have been BB 10, right? Which I actually didn't watch live, so. But like I'm thinking of like BB8. It's like when I was watching BB8, so I was like probably what, like 12 or so when that was on, 11 or 12. It's like I couldn't comprehend like the strategy of BB8. It's like I didn't really like thinking about the game. Like I didn't really start thinking about the game in the strategic lens until BB14, which I think that was when I was 18? Is that right? 17? I think 17. What year was that? That was 2012, right? Yeah, I was 17. Where did he go? What? Okay. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I can't even comprehend, like, trying to, like, actually analyze the game at, like, when I'm 13. Alright, fine. Yeah, based on my YouTube analytics and stuff, I did see that, like, oh, then in that, I guess that's assuming that people are telling the truth when they're saying their ages on YouTube. I do believe most of my audience comes from 18 to 25, I think is the age range. That's like 40 or 50% of my audience is like within that age range. Which also is depressing that I just got to the age, like my birthday was a couple months ago, so it's like, I'm now at the age where I'm like, I'm above that age range. It's like, can he die already? Like, come on. Thank you. I grabbed it, right? Oh no, I didn't. Whatever. Yeah, your first seasons were BB 21 and Edge of Extinction. Not a great place to start. Yeah, I like Edge of Extinction more than most people, but definitely not a great season of Survivor to start off on. Alright. Don't care. Christy Bennett's the best winner in reality TV history, obviously. I mean, how could she not be? I mean, have you not heard that she completely dominated the game? She knew exactly what she was doing the entire time. Yeah, Total Drama Island is a show that I never really got too into. I did watch the first season, but again, that was like, I didn't watch, even though it's a show I believe was on when I was a kid. What year was that show? I think it was like early 2000s, right? Was it 2007? Okay, maybe it's a bit later than I thought, but either way, it still was on when I was a kid. Again, didn't end up watching it until like 3 or 4 years ago when it was on Netflix. I just like binged the entire first season. But then, and like I thought it was fine, but like I never did go and continue on with it. I did think about doing a video on that series at some point, but again, not really something I'm like super apt to do right now. Again, if you take everything Christy Bennett said, then obviously she's the best player of all time. What am I doing? Am I not supposed to be doing this? I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be doing this. Or, okay. Yeah, cool. Whatever. We're about to be done with the prologue. Yeah, again, like I thought about doing this series about talking about these like scripted forms of media that are there we go, chapter 2. But talking about these like scripted forms of media that are related to Survivor, or related to social strategy games at least. So again, obviously like Total Drama Island would be a big one. Dude, I don't even know how many there really are. Like, there's that and Circle. Like, those are, like, the first two that come to mind. I don't really know if there is another one that really comes to mind. I really don't... No, I pushed the wrong button. No, I don't care. Oh, do I actually have to take photos? Okay, cool. Obviously, I was definitely paying attention to that. Okay. So, I don't know how much I'm really gonna bother here with continuing on. I feel like this is a good spot, like, within the game to, like, leave off on. It's like, obviously, we just got into a new city. Oh, we got a maid outfit. Oh, we gotta put on the maid outfit. How do you put on the maid outfit? Can you not put on the maid outfit? Whatever. Yeah, I see that a lot of people are like really into Total Drama. I usually see like a lot of memes about it on Survivor Reddit and stuff. Okay. Actually, visually, this game looks so much better than Gravity Rush 1. And which obviously you would expect it to be, considering this was made from the ground up on PS4, and it's 5 years later, but it's like the environments and everything in this game are just so much more detailed. And really, gameplay-wise, though, this game feels like pretty much the same. Like, it doesn't feel like they improved that much from like a combat standpoint. Like, the overall world, though, is a lot more impressive. Yeah, Lashando's Rob is like the main thing that I see all the time from Total Drama Island. Are you gonna making that MCU video? Maybe? Like, the thing that I wanted to do a like review of all the Disney Plus shows. The problem is I haven't watched any of them at this point. I'm just so far behind on MCU related things that's like, by the time I get around to making them, it's like they're gonna be so outdated. So it's like, I don't know. Ideally, I would, but it's like, yeah, it's just Does Christy Bennett look like she's 8 years old? She definitely could. I feel like Christy Bennett looks a lot better in real life than she did on the show. Like on the show, like she looks like, yeah, she looks like an 8-year-old. But I feel like in real life she actually looks like a normal human being. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at like Christy Bennett on like Instagram or something, like I mean, okay, I mean maybe she doesn't look completely normal, but I mean she looks more normal. Actually, she has some bizarre stuff on her. I'm just like looking through her Instagram, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, Christy Bennett, like, I think she's probably a lot more normal in real life than what she was on the show. Watch WandaVision. Yeah, like I would love to watch WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. To be honest, I'm not that like interested in the Loki show, but it's like I'll probably watch it when I get around to watching all of them. I just haven't gotten around to it though. I'm like really far behind on a lot of media outside of Survivor related things and Big Brother and reality TV at this point. By the way, like in terms of like working on videos and stuff, I'm losing so much pace right now. Like I'm pretty far behind on this batch of videos I'm working on. Where it's like I still haven't finished like I mean, I guess actually technically I did do the Survivor Africa retrospective. But outside of that, like I've only made that one reality TV video so far, and even then, like I haven't edited it or anything. Like I just recorded it. Like I'm pretty far behind, largely because like the process for watching all these Survivor finales is taking forever. And like I just passed the halfway mark, and like I've been working on this for like a couple weeks already. So it's like, and that's just the like watching this the episode process of it. So it's like this is taking forever. Yeah, hopefully I pick it up soon. We'll see. I really don't care. Whatever. Who cares? Can I tell you a bedtime story before you go to bed? Not really. I'm not a good storyteller. Like I'm the type of person that's like, if I tell a story, I'll like tell like part of the story and then like realize, oh shit, I forgot about that part of the story. Now I need to go back and tell that part of the story too. Which is kind of my issue when it comes to recording videos as well. Is that that's why it takes so long to fucking edit the videos that I put together, is because most of the videos when yeah, I've said this already, like most videos I do unscripted, especially when it comes to rankings or when it comes to videos that are really most reality TV videos I do unscripted. Like outside of like season reviews and retrospectives, like they're mostly unscripted. But because of that, it also leads to the recording process taking a lot longer, and also the editing process taking a lot longer. So it's like while it definitely significantly cuts down on prep time, in terms of I don't have to write a script, it doesn't waste all that time that it takes to write a script, which usually takes forever. It does waste a lot of time in terms of the process of recording the video and then editing the video, which a lot of that is because I'm a fucking idiot and I can barely string a sentence together. Like I literally like can barely get through like 2 or 3 sentences without fucking something up and having to redo a line or having to have a pause that I need to edit out or something to that nature. Yeah, like, I feel like for the most part because like for the first like what was it, like 9 months? No, 7 months. 8 months, something like that, whatever, of the channel. So like I started the channel in February of 2019, up until when Island of the Idols started. Like, the Island of the Idols cast assessment video was the first time I realized, like, yeah, I don't think I need scripts for most of my videos. Like, it's not worth the time that it takes to write a script to be making this video. So it's like, I think that was like 7 months or so. So it's like, for the first like 7 months of the channel, I would script everything. And it's like, while I feel like it's for the better at points, like because like at the end of the day, it's like I script in a way that like in the same way that I would talk. Like it doesn't really like change that much in terms of how the video would turn out. That's so fucking awkward. I don't think, but it's like it does help out the recording process. Or again, like at this point, like when it comes to raw audio, usually whatever the raw audio ends up being, cut that in half, and that's how long the video ends up being. So it's like something like actually, I want to look this up. I actually don't know. I'm gonna look this up. How long the because I have the raw audio on obviously on here still, but for my Survivor global winner ranking, like that video obviously ended up being like 2 hours and 8 minutes long. I want to look up how long the raw audio for that was, because I know it was ridiculously long. Where is it? Winner ranking. I have way too many. Like, I really need to condense some of these folders, because I have way too much shit here. How long is this? Okay, actually it's not as long as I thought it was. 3 hours, 41 minutes, 39 seconds. But that ended up being a 2 hour and 8 minute video. So, again, like, that was, like, what? A good hour and 30-something minutes cut out. But again, like, there's videos where, like, literally over half the audio ends up getting cut out by the end of it. Do I like Bruce Springsteen? Not particularly. Like, I'm not, like, I don't dislike Bruce Springsteen, but I just never really listened to his music that much. Rival Endgame. Yeah, like the actual. How long is Endgame? I don't even remember how long Endgame is. Isn't it 3 hours? Or is it 3? Okay, let's look this up. By the way, I did watch the ending of Endgame yesterday. Because I was just like I had nothing to watch or whatever, and I didn't really want to start anything. But then I saw like the Endgame was there's about an hour left of that, so I just put that on in the background. Yeah, 181 minutes. So yeah, 3 hours. 183 according to you. But either way, yeah, around 3 hours. So it's like let's see. Yeah, Final Battle's incredible. Like I just love Portals, like the song that plays during the like when everyone arrives from the portals. But like I just love that song. Okay. No? Isn't it how I'm supposed to show photo? What the fuck? I'm supposed to show photo. Oh, whatever. Oh, wait, I guess it already. Okay, it's already telling me where to go. Oh, it only allows me to do it while in this area. Okay. Do you know Peyton List? No? I feel like I've heard that name, but I don't know. Let's see. That's an actress. I feel like she looks familiar. Oh, she's the girl from Cobra Kai. Okay. She's the... Yeah. So yeah, I know of her. I've watched her in Cobra Kai. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of Johns that played Survivor. Like, that's the joke, is that they should do a season of Robs versus Johns, right? I kind of know her. It's like I've heard of her name. And it's like I've seen her in Cobra Kai. Is this the same girl? Is that the same girl that I just kicked like a few minutes ago? Whatever. Yeah, Rob's versus John's versus Kelly's. Is there another like female name that there's like a whole bunch of? Which, by the way, I forgot who like told me to do this, but someone wanted to know if I could do an Oracle quiz of yeah, Kim, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess you got what, Kim Spradlin, you got Kim Mullen, Kim Johnson, Kim Powers. I don't know how many more after that. Have you played Gangstar Vegas? No, I have not. What is Gangstar Vegas? Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never even heard of this until just now. It's an open world action adventure game for Android and iOS. Okay. So it's like a mobile GTA-esque game? That's kind of weird. Yeah, I guess you could do Lauren too. Got what? Lauren O'Connell, Lauren. Yeah, there's been a lot of recent Laurens, hasn't there? You got Lauren Ashley Beck. You got Lauren Rimmer. I don't know how much I want. Again, like I don't know how much I want to really bother doing all this. Yeah, so essentially it's kind of like a. So I assume it's kind of like a GTA, but on mobile. Do you want to hear me sing the Meow song from SpongeBob? Probably not. Like, realistically, more than likely, no. But, yeah, SpongeBob's a show that I never really got too into, even though it is technically, like, a show that, like, was around when I was a kid. Like, I watched it a little bit, but, like, I never really got too into SpongeBob. Who the fuck are you showing the photo to? Why can't I show the photo up here? Oh, I'm showing it to the birds? Whatever. Okay. But yeah, I think in terms of the game, though, I'm kind of done at this point. I think I've done what I wanted to do here. Can we even go there? Yeah, it won't let me go there, will it? Maybe it will. Nope, it won't. So yeah, I think I'll start to wind things down kind of soon. Again, I'll stream again tomorrow night. We'll start Mass Effect. I don't even know what I want to do with this VOD. Oh, yeah, by the way, I guess I should mention that. So, with VODs, which I don't know how many of you actually care about the VODs, I do post them on the Moranian Review Live channel. Yeah, at this point, again, normally what I would do is, like, the next morning at the first opportunity, I would go and, just export it to the channel, make it public whenever it's available. But now that I'm an affiliate, Twitch here, there technically is a rule where you can't do it until 24 hours after the end of stream. So because of that rule, what I've decided to do is essentially now, like, obviously because I do late night streams here, it's like 24 hours would be in the middle of the night, which is like, feels weird to just upload a video at 3 o'clock in the morning. So really what I'm going to do with these VODs from now on is just kind of schedule them for the day after at like 10 a.m. or like I think it was 10 a.m. I decided on. Yeah, that's when they'll be uploaded. I don't even know what to do with this stream though. What do I even name? Do I still name it Part 1? And then just like maybe I'll come back to it at some point? I don't know. I'll probably end up doing that, if I'm being honest. I'll probably just name it Part 1, and then we'll see if I continue on with it after I'm done with Mass Effect. Which won't be for a while. Like, I'm gonna for sure play Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, play Andromeda, and I'm thinking about possibly even, again, playing Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. So it's like, by the time I do that, it's like, that's gonna be so far down the road, but whatever. Does no one know where the fuck this thing is? Oh. Cool, we found it. Jeff. How many Jeffs are there in Survivor? I mean, you got Varner, you got Kent, you got, Jeff Wilson. Who else is there? Survivor Jeffs. And obviously you got, well, okay, well that didn't help. I looked up Survivor Jeff and obviously Probst came up. Let's see, Wiki. Okay, yeah, we got Varner, and that did not help any at all. Let's see, fandom.com. Yeah, we got Varner, Kent. Yeah, there aren't that many. Anyway, you have Robs. I mean, you have what, like Sesternino, Mariano, Zabatnik. You have the General. You have I don't know who else. Are there any recent Robs? I feel like there aren't. I mean, you got Bob Crowley, if you want to include that. I don't think there's that many recent Robs. Okay, you look up Rob Survivor, everything's Boston Rob. I love how Rob Sesternino isn't even... I mean, if you want to include international, I guess you got Bentalay, you got Rob Dixon. But I don't think those count. Yeah, like how many Johns are there? Is what you got? Oh, I forgot about John Cody. Yeah, you got John Fincher, John Raymond, John Cochran, John Carroll, John Mish, John Hennigan. I forgot about John Hennigan. John Rocker, Johnny Fairplay, John Palioc. You got John Kenny, right? Or is that his name? Whatever his name is. Yeah, John Kenny. Yeah, there's a lot of Survivor John. Bobby John, if you want to include that. Jonathan Penner. Yeah, there's so many Johns. It's like, what the fuck? And also, why is John... yeah, like, why is John Cody the first search result, by the way? Actually, I wonder if I just put Survivor John just normal. Who's the first one? I guess John Hennigan comes up first. That makes sense. But still, like, the first, like, wiki result is John Cody. It's like, why? Like, was John Cody really that? Like, I mean, I was a big John Cody fan at the time of Blood vs. Water, but still, it's like, it's weird that John Cody's the first John. I mean, I think, well, like, JP as in John Palioc, I think is for sure, included. Is JP Cook, like, what was JP from Cook Island's real name? Is it John? Or, oh, yeah, it is John Paul. Okay. Yeah, so I guess he's included too. Oh my god, JP from Cook Islands is 45 at this point? That's insane. Yeah, by the way, I was like looking up, well, I talked about this earlier, I was looking up ages from Heroes vs. Villains. And it's insane to me that Boston Rob is only 33 on Heroes vs. Villains. Like, that's really weird to think about. Actually, I'm looking up, Yule was already 31 on Cook Islands. I didn't realize he was so old. I thought he was like 27 or so. Jenny Guzan Bay was 36? That's insane, too. Like, how old is Yule now? So what, Yule's like 45 or so? Right? Something like that? Which I guess that makes sense, actually. I think it's not that outrageous. He's 46. Okay. Hey, the main squeeze. Yeah, I was gonna end stream not too far from now, but one of my favorites made the cast. Well, that's lovely. Who are you talking about? Stephanie Valencia or what? Like Alan Ball? I really would love to see Alan Ball play again. Like, the fact that Alan Ball is probably going to be forgotten about in the grand scheme of Survivor is, like, really depressing. Oh, Rory! Okay, well, that's not one that came to mind right away, but yeah, Rory's great. Again, the fact that we never saw Rory again is also disappointing. But then again, I think the problem, like, obviously, the massive issues, obviously, Vanuatu is pretty far away from next, like, All-Star season. But then I just realized I'm looking at Twitter right now, and like Frenchie is trending. Yeah, it's trending on Twitter. There we go. Stumbling over my words. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, Rory's great. I think for me, like with Rory though, it's like if I were to pick between like Rory or Judd, who I think kind of fill the same archetype, it's like I kind of would rather have Judd back, I think, than Rory. But so I think that's the problem for Rory, is that's just like, there was no real time to bring him back. And like, obviously at this point now, it's like, it's so far away that's like, can't really. Yeah, the great cast of Survivor Cook Islands. Yeah, I was listening to, like, I'm really far behind on the RHAP season ranking podcasts. And like, I've been listening to all of them just because, like, just interested in seeing other people's opinions on seasons. And, like, listen to Cook Islands. Like, it's funny how, like, they're talking about how, like, oh, Cook Islands had a great cast, just they didn't edit it right. It's like, yeah, because I'm sure, like, Stephanie would have been great on TV, and, like, Rebecca. And, like, dude, for Cecilia at least, like, had something. But it's, like, even then, it's, like, Cecilia's also another one that's like, kind of bland. Yeah, well, is Frenchie doing stuff right now? Like, I haven't paid attention to the feeds at all since I started streaming. Oh my god, I have 49 updates on my phone. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. Wait, so we're at the point now where only Hannah and Travis haven't been invited into the Slaughterhouse Alliance. Wow, I must have really missed out a lot. I see like a billion updates here. Yeah, I guess I'll catch up on that later. Frenchie's so hilarious to me at this point. It's like the fact that it's like he's pretty much just like a character at this point to me. It's kind of weird that part. Yeah, that's the thing about Cook Islands. That's so weird. It's like it has like some all-time greats. Like it has Yule and Ozzy. Parvati like wasn't as great on Cook Islands. Like I mean, like you could definitely see the potential there, but like realistically, it's like she doesn't really become the legend that she is until Micronesia and then Heroes vs. Villains. But like obviously she originally stems from Cook Islands. You have Penner, who's a great character. Like those 4 people alone already like makes it like I think when I eventually get around to like doing a ranking of all the Survivor casts, like that already makes it not a bottom tier cast, probably. I don't know. But anyway, it's not like at the bottom of the list because like it has those greats in there. But it's like there's also a lot of duds. But even then, like there's people like on Cook Islands I do think are like pretty great characters. I mean, you have Cowboy, you have Nate, who I think are people that are forgotten about. So yeah, I mean, like it's not entirely bad, but it's definitely not a consistent cast. Yeah, Frenchie's DRs were weird. Like he was definitely I felt like he was the only one that was like really playing it up for the camera. Which is ironic considering, again, he's a super fan, and typical super fans hate the people that are playing it up for the camera. But I don't know. Yeah, it is weird they like keep on throwing in these twists that like give like half the house safety. Like I would really prefer if they didn't do that. Again, like it would have been insane if he spun 3 and then was able to keep his entire team safe. Because at that point, it's like what 8 people are safe there, and like based on how the veto played out, which obviously we know now that the veto was won by someone not on one of those teams, that means that person's also safe. That means like over half the house is safe in week 1. Like that's really the point that we're at. Either way. I don't even know what what am I even supposed to be doing in the game right now? Like I remember the section in the game where it's like you're just like going up to random NPCs, but I always found this section really dumb. Whatever. Yeah, I mean I think that's part of it. But, I mean, like, I think really, like, all it comes down to is Big Brother production trying to fill up time for the show. And just, trying to create, like, twists for the sake of having twists. Like, I don't think they really look at it too deep. Like, realistically, like, the producers of Big Brother don't actually care about how the game plays out as long as it makes for interesting TV. Like, I think that's, like, BB16 is a massive example of that. Where it's like BB16 obviously plays out in like the most boring way that season could have played out, but they love BB16 because they love like how interesting the characters were on that season. I mean, to be fair, like the wildcard comp, like I thought it was actually interesting competition. Like it's definitely something that's like kind of an out of the box sort of thing. Like, would I have preferred it to be, like, not there and then replace it actually showing the dynamics of the house? Yeah, but, I think for, like, if we're forced to have a competition, like, I thought that was actually a somewhat interesting competition. I mean, the thing is, I think there is a massive separation between the super fans of Big Brother and the casual fans of Big Brother, where, like, the super fans of Big Brother, obviously want, like, dynamic gameplay, want... like essentially want I guess what we got like from BB Can 9 and kind of what it seems like this season might potentially be giving us moving down the road. But while it's like the casual audience seems to love like seasons like BB16 and BB19, like these seasons are very straightforward and don't have many like moving pieces. And like even in Canada, like we see seasons like BB Can, what was it? BB Can 7 was the highest rated season, and like that was a season completely dominated by the Pretty Boys. Like it just seems like for some reason casual audiences really attached to these seasons that are dominated by a particular group. And I think part of that's because like I think from a production standpoint, like it's easier for them to tell the story that way. Like I think that's one of the bigger issues with Big Brother as a show is that they don't know what story to tell because obviously it's live. So because that's very tough for them to tell a coherent story because they don't know where the story is going. And that's one of the bigger issues with BB Can, that BB Can still tries to tell a story no matter what happens within the game, which makes the show make no sense in comparison to live feeds. Yeah, that's the thing also. Yeah, casual audiences do make up the majority of the people that watch these shows. And at the end of the day, it's like the hardcore fans. You know what, actually, I might as well just get up here. But yeah, like the hardcore fans are the vast minority. And like we see that with like votes and stuff with like people like on Second Chance, or the Second Chance voting, it's like the superfan community was very much behind Shane Powers and T-Bird, and we see them not get voted in. That's because, again, like, I think the casual audience has a much greater pull at the end of the day. What is the best and worst returnee game? I mean, if we're talking about best survivor, I mean, it's probably like individual game played. It's what, either Boston Rob or Tony. Like Boston Rob from 22 or Tony from 40. Yeah, Boston. I think it really comes down to like how much credit you really give Boston Rob for Redemption Island. But yeah, and then, like worst. I mean, probably what Frank. I mean, it's either Francesca or Russell Swan. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I guess like, I mean, if we're talking about like, I mean, Tina didn't really have much there. Like Vetus, I mean, Vetus wasn't great, but then again, he was already a target coming into that season. Sierra already had a target on her back. I don't know, it probably is like Russ Swan. Yeah, I love Stephanie Valencia. I would love to see her. Like, I voted for her, and like I was a big, I was definitely rooting for her in Second Chance voting. Yeah, definitely at the time, Stephanie Valencia was one of my bigger Survivor crushes. But yeah, I think yeah, I mean, like worst, it probably would be Russ Swan in terms of like the most actively bad things that he did. Like the things that, like, him doing the most actively bad to be an early boot. But then also he did get very unlucky. I mean, actually, now I think about it, it's like, yeah, he did survive 3 votes. Like, I mean, like, even though he played poorly the entire time, he did survive 3 votes. Like, that's still, like, at least somewhat impressive in comparison to some of these other people that, like, were earlier boots. But no one's, like, screaming out to me as, like, this person played terrible. Like, it's like you got Rudy, who had like no shot in All Stars. You know, like Tina, who had no shot in All Stars. Like usually, like with returnee games, like usually the people that go out early are people who had no shot because of the reputations that they had coming into it. So I mean, I guess at that point, like maybe it would be Francesca because like she was just first boot again. Yeah, then Big Brother, it's like I don't know, best returning game. I mean Cody. BB22. Worst, I mean, I guess you could say Allison. I mean, Keisha just didn't do anything. And Francesca does not want to play, from what I understand. I mean, but if you do a first boot season of Survivor, you gotta have Francesca. I think they're never going to do first boot season. I don't see them ever doing a first boot season. Like, it's just like, I just don't see the motivation for them to do it. Like, that's so much work for, like, such little benefit. Like, I can see them doing an early boot season, like a pre-merge, season full of pre-merge boots. Like, I could see them doing that, but, like, first boots? Like, come on. Like, are they really going to take the time to, like, call up, like, Diane Ogden? Like, hey, Diane, do you want to come play Survivor again? It's like, I'm sure they don't give her shit. Like, hey, Peter Harkey. Hey, John Raymond, do you want to play Survivor again? But yeah, in terms of early boots, I think it's possible, but no chance that's gonna happen. Like first boots is like I just don't think there's a reason for him to do it. It would be fun though. Like it would be like I mean, who would they really cast though? I did do a video on first boots already, but like I don't think they can get a cast together even if they wanted to. Early boots with first 3. Again, they could, but like they wouldn't though. Like I just don't think they would bother. Like, could they put a cast together? Probably. But why would they care enough to do it? And if we're talking about like Big Brother, it's like Big Brother's never doing it. Like Big Brother wouldn't even consider the thought of first boots. Like they're not even considering all winners, let alone first boots. Like Survivor, like again, like I think that's where you can get early boot season. But it's like even then, it's like they're not gonna like narrow it down to like first 3 boots on each season. Like they don't care enough, I don't think, to really like narrow it down to that criteria. But like if they wanted to, I'm sure they could do it. It's like I'm sure there's enough like interesting characters within the first 3 boots to make a cast of like 18 to 20 people. It's like what is that? It's like I mean, I obviously you have all-star seasons in there, but like if you have 3 people from 40 seasons, it's 120 people. Let's just say that there's like 10 returnees within that, so it's like that's still over 100 people. To narrow down to 18, like I'm sure they could do that if they wanted to. Yeah, Jillian, definitely. Jillian would. I mean, Jillian would annoy the shit out of me. Like if I was playing Survivor with Jillian, like Jillian would be the first boot. Like I'd be voting out Jillian as quickly as possible. Like I would be so annoyed by Jillian out there. Yeah, I was. That's definitely a video idea that I would like to do. Brains versus Brawn versus Beauty, All Stars. To be honest, that's a lot. Like I do have these, all those sort of casting videos listed as potential video ideas in the future, like the newbie cast that we've had, but like translate them into All Star cast. To be honest, like one I would really like to do that I just don't think is like obviously it's not going to be very politically correct. But I would love to do a Cook Islands-esque cast for All-Stars. But obviously I don't think that would be... I don't think people would take that very well. But I do think it would be interesting, like, put together a cast of... like, who would Survivor cast if they were to do... tribes split by ethnicity, but with All-Stars? I feel like that would actually be an interesting thing to put together. But, again, I don't think it would be well received. But yeah, it's also just like I don't think Big Brother Production cares. Like Big Brother Production doesn't like barely cared enough to do an second All-Star season. It's like they're not going to care enough to do an early boot season. They're not going to care enough to do a first boot season. They're not going to care enough to do any All-Star season outside of like I think possibly Second Chance. Like I think that's the one thing they could consider, and then like really small chance of all winners. I think those are like the only 2 like all-star themes that I could see them like barely considering. But outside of that, it's like I don't like they just don't care enough. Like I don't think they really have any incentive to do another all-star season anytime soon. And like even then, I don't think they really want to do one at all. So. Again, they barely want to do the second All-Star season. But yeah. Yeah, either way. I think we're going to kind of end stream pretty soon. Again, we'll stream tomorrow. We'll start Mass Effect 1. We'll try to play on Insanity. Go Renegade. That should be fun. I do have tomorrow off from work. I don't even know what I'm going to work on tomorrow. I mean, I guess... Oh, yeah, Australian... Yeah, I guess I'll record a cast estimate for Australian Survivor, which, to be honest, I haven't even really dived that deep into at this point. Like, I did look at all the cast photos. I read the bio things that we've seen, like the one-paragraph bios. But I don't really have a great, like... I don't know who I'm gonna pick as my winner pick yet. Like I haven't really decided on that. And to be fair, recently with cast assessment videos, I haven't been pre-deciding my winner picks coming into them. I see you later to main squeeze. Yeah. Again, gonna end stream pretty soon. So it's like, I guess I'll just decide it on the fly, but I really don't even know who to consider. Like, I'm more than likely gonna pick someone on the Brawn Tribe, because I just feel like the Brawn Tribe's most likely to win, but it's like, I don't know who to pick from that tribe. But, yeah, I'm hoping that there's gonna be a lot of puzzle-based challenges. I wouldn't really, bank on it, though. Again, this is Australian Survivor. I don't think they're going to. Hopefully I'm wrong, but if I know Australian Survivor, and if I know Australian TV, they're not going to. But yeah, I'm debating over whether or not to include a rant at the beginning of the video too about Australian TV, because I really don't like how Australian TV works. But I probably won't. But either way, yeah, I'll probably record that video tomorrow morning. I was hoping to finish the Mass Effect script tonight, so I can record that tomorrow as well, Mass Effect 3, but did not get that done, so oh well. But yeah, that'll probably be mostly what tomorrow is focused around, is recording that video, editing it by the end of the night, get it ready for Wednesday. If I have time, obviously I'll try to work on that Mass Effect 3 script, but I probably won't be able to. And then, yeah, we'll see how things go moving forward. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just end stream here. Again, that's it for Gravity Rush 2 for now. Again, like, I'm not saying I won't come back to this at some point. I just feel like at this point I'm just so much more apt to play Mass Effect. I really, like, I'm still in this big, like, Mass Effect itch right now to just want to replay the entire trilogy and everything, despite me just spending almost 2 months to play the trilogy the first time around, at least on the Legendary Edition. But yeah, it should be fun to replay that. We'll start that tomorrow. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's it for stream. See you guys tomorrow for Mass Effect. Yep, thanks for watching.